Boo! Ah, boo! Boo featuring another voice? What? Another soul in the void? Holy shit!
Soul citation needed. But the jury's out on that one.
Oh my god, yeah, wait. How would that work?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think, you know what, I'm gonna give you... I don't want to say give you the benefit of the doubt, but like, I think you do. Is that a Yomi Yomster Yomi below me? Oh my god. Holy shit. I was lurking in your stream.
I think you pinned me to you. I think that's why I'm wobbling so much.
Wait, I pinned... Oh my god, I did! Wait. Wait, let me fix that. I don't know how to fix it. Wait, okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, I think we're good. Because you were like rotating and I was like, oh my god, your model is so like your model is so wibbly wobbly. That's so cool.
I was wondering why you were like so excited. Like I'm like it's not that exciting.
Oh my god.
That explains it.
But you see what I mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Guys, 2 likes and I'll make Helm super tiny. Next time when next time I do chibi mode, I'll make you really tiny and pin you to my head. My fat head. Okay, but yeah, hello everybody. Hello. I am here with the oh god. I'm gonna eat my words. Okay, I'm switching to chibi mode now. If it'll work. We're doing the special collab thingy, so I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try. Hang on.
I think model switching works in collabs.
It says you're currently in a collab. Are you sure you want to load this model? Okay. Hello. Wait. Shit. I'm so good at this. There we go. Hey guys.
There we go.
Yep.
Hold on, we can stack one more here. We can stack one more. Yes, let me bring out the boy. Give him a moment. It takes a moment to load.
Whoa, no, I see him. Holy shit.
There he is.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, hello everybody. I have, oh, you attached to my ahoge. Oh my god. That's your spot. Maybe be here then. L?
Wow.
Womp womp? L? Damn. But you did ask a question in the Google form, so I appreciate that. But anyway, hello. I like your helm. Thank you. It's ethically sourced. Citation needed. I plucked it from its source code. Citation needed. But yeah, you are here. Yeah, I know. Anyway, congrats to, oh my god, who got first? Error got first and Error got second, but they're 2 different errors. So that's crazy. Congrats on being first and second, guys. And hello, welcome in. I'm here with Helm, who I will give a chance to give her little spiel when she's not on my head, so I can give her like the full spotlight. But I'm going to be showing Helm the basics of drawing tablet stuff because we both have. Why am I in jail for Dookie Face? Aren't you the Dookie Face? What?
I mean, you should think yourself lucky. Over here, Dookie Face is a hangable offense.
What?
At least I think so. I mean, my knowledge of UK law is based on like a long time ago, so it may have changed, but
you know what? That's entirely reasonable. I would, not even just because I'm gullible, but I would believe you if you told me that. So we're gonna go with that.
I mean, this is the country that has a television license. That one isn't a bit. That's a real thing that exists.
Television license?
Television license is an actual thing over here. It sounds made up, but I promise you, I'm not doing a bit. It's actually real.
Don't trust your help. Jen gaslights me all the time. What? But the accent, it's so compelling.
British accents are just inherently trustworthy. I
yeah,
can
no.
tell you anything and you would have to believe it.
Yeah, I believe anything anyone says. Yorkshire.
Okay, In the end of Yobi stream just now, I said that Yobi should make a certain food, and Yobi pronounced as Yorkshire pudding. That is the one.
It's Yorkshire, right?
Yes, it's one of the words you can ask to test if an American knows English food or not, because it is pronounced Yorkshire or Yorkshire.
Oh, okay,
Yorkshire. Not Yorkshire. If it's Yorkshire, then that's Lord of the Rings. That's where the Shire is.
Okay, I see that. Also, hi, Felgarth. Hi, CJ. Welcome in. Hello. But yeah, no, that's bonkers. Wait. Oh no, the Australians are the ones who do fairy bread? Fairy toast?
I thought fairy bread was an American thing, I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's like it's toast, but it has like sprinkles on it. Have you heard of that?
See, I've heard of that, but I heard of it from an American friend, so I assumed it was an American thing.
No, we don't know what the hell that's all. I heard of that and I was like, ew.
The only Australian food I know of that is specifically Australian, is they have a kind of ice cream bar that's called a Golden Gay Time, and it's spelt exactly how you think it's spelled.
That's hilarious. Wait. Oh wait, how do you spell Worcestershire? How do you pronounce Worcestershire? It's Worcestershire.
Worcester or Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Around my way, we pronounce it just Worcester, like Worcester sauce. But Worcestershire would also be permissible.
I pronounce it Worcestershire, but I use it. I only know because I call it "What's this here sauce?" I only know it because I make a mean deviled egg, and it requires Worcestershire sauce. And so I tell my friend, I'm like, hey, remind me I gotta get Worcestershire sauce from whatever. And then they're like, the what? But yeah. I'm gonna switch back.
So we're sort of doing Shire. I don't think there's any place I know of that is spelt Shire and pronounced Shire.
Guys, I'm like... it's giving... wait, look at how it is right now. It's giving... I don't know, like Helm-chan, the toy line.
This is like the spin-off of Small Soldiers that nobody asked for.
You look like an action figure, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, look at my new doll! Do you love it?
Careful, I'm a collectible.
Oh my god, you would be. I could definitely see that. Okay, wait. Okay, let me switch back. For a second, I thought I would have to, like, change... Oh goodness. Hi, guys. I thought I'd have to, like, go back and redo the thingy, whatever. How do you rotate?
Yeah,
How do you do the rotate thing?
It's like Control or Alt, one of those, and then scroll wheel. I forget which one this is.
There we go. Okay. Who went in jail? Was it me or chat?
Chat's in jail.
Ha ha ha! You bitches! You deserve! Fuck you guys! I'm just for leaving GB. What do you mean? Anyway. Oh, but yeah, Helm, if you want to talk a little bit about yourself, I'll give you a shout out. Oh my god, guys, who is this maid who just saw that my void was so dirty, she just summoned herself into my room?
Yes,
that's crazy.
We're still working on that part of things. But yes, hello, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Helm-chan, the perfectly normal robot maid. I'm well, I guess variety streamer fits well enough. I do all kinds of games, a lot of RPGs, a lot of platformers and retro games, and of course everyone's favourite terrible card game, Yu-Gi-Oh, which I am unfortunately addicted to, despite my best efforts and better judgment. I've had people ask me to teach them with Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm just like, why? Why would you want to do that to yourself? Are you okay? There are people that love you, you know. You don't have to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was told I would be pretty good at Yu-Gi-Oh after playing your game last year. Do you remember?
Getting into it. You know what? There's actually a set of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that I think you would love. They're not super good, but they're very cute, and that's the important thing.
You know what? The cuteness is the power.
Exactly. They're called Ghost Trick, and they're like spooky but cute Halloween guys.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh my god.
In fact, I want to find one for you real quick.
Okay. Helm-chan was already shouted out. Thank you, Mod, for shouting out. But I pinged her just so you guys see it immediately. Also, in the title, if you just click right there. Error redeemed Chibi. Oh god, I gotta go. Ugh. I'm back in the fucking building again. Okay, hang on. I can't use my freaking... You know what? I'm just gonna be life-sized. We're just gonna...
Giant chibi.
Yeah, giant chibi.
Actually, seeing Darla play Balatro, I don't know if she'll be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh yeah, well, Baba Booey.
Ow! Rude. I think, you know what? I think I'd be pretty good. You guys should have seen me. For context, so it was me, Yomi, Hazy, and ID. We played this game that Helm made. And I was told that my way of stacking cards and effects would make me good at Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was very nice. Thank you. Oh my god.
Do you mind if I share it actually in the chat?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes, please.
So this is the game. If you have Tabletop Simulator, you can just download this for free on there. Yeah, we're still working on it. We've been working on it for like a year and a half now, something like that.
Guys, it's so fun. It's literally, oh my god. We picked it up really quickly. We ended up doing like 4 rounds. We did like each villain. We were all kind of locked in by like halfway through round 1. Hi, Shy Guy. Darla, you're small. I know. Ain't that the darndest thing? I'll force you to play MTG. Wait, what's MTG?
Oh, Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
The card game.
If you learn to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I will Yu-Gi-Oh duel you.
Oh no. Also, hi, Sharky. Magic the Gathering sounds... I don't want to say cult-like, but it has a large, dedicated following. That is very intimidating.
I think any card game is gonna have that sort of feel about it. Like, you've got people that are obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! You've got ones that are obsessed with Magic. I think most people, like, card games are kind of like something you generally pick one, and that's your thing, and you just stick with that forever, you know?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. Magic the Gathering is a D&D of TCG. You know, actually, okay. I have been meaning to get into more D&D stuff, so that... When you put it that way. Also, hi, Flashy. Exodia? Is that a game, or is that a reference to a game?
Exodia's he's a very famous monster from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a, he has 5 different parts, which is like his head, his 2 arms, and his 2 legs, and if you get all of them in your hand at the same time, you win the game. So... It's quite iconic. He was like the very first episode of the anime.
That's actually really cool. Oh my god. Speaking of D&D, shut up. I haven't made... I'm in a campaign with Chips that hasn't started yet. And I haven't made my character because I've been busy. But I have a concept. I have a concept of a character. And that I'm not telling anyone anything. Huh?
That's the hardest part, taking care of. The concept is always the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
A new character.
What class? We're still deciding, but I'm thinking... What did I decide on? I want to say Ranger. I was thinking Arcane Trickster Rogue, but then I talked a little bit more about what I wanted to do with the character, and my friends were like, this kind of Ranger would be better. And I was like, cool, because I did a Ranger for a one-shot, and I was, I actually pulled from the deck of many things, and I got the Void.
Oh.
For a one-shot? But instead of it like having its usual purpose, my soul was put into the body of a deer because we were fighting a bunch of deer, so I just became one of the deer. And I ended up playing the bad guy for that round. Like, I controlled the bad guy that we were fighting, which is really cool.
That's good, yeah.
But I didn't get to do Ranger stuff, which kind of sucked. But also, it was a one shot. I wasn't gonna do much anyway because it was a one shot. But yeah, that's one of the classes I'm really wanting to do. Ranger's underrated. It may not have the biggest damage numbers, but it's pretty flexible. It definitely is. Yeah, from what I've seen, absolutely. Also, Megalovania is playing.
Classes that's kind of, it can be quite awkward depending on the DM, because like Ranger and Druid, I think they really need the right campaign for them to shine. Like, if you're playing a Druid and the DM says, okay, most of this campaign will be taking place in the middle of a city, well, you're not going to really be able to do much with that, are you? You're not going to be able to like, use your Druid features much.
Yeah, you definitely have to be considerate of what the environment is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm playing a paladin. I'm playing a turtle. Why did you rename Jamie Mode again? Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna stay small forever. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm playing a turtle. I'm playing a turtle paladin who is Guess how much his intelligence is.
The turtles have a negative bonus to their intelligence. I don't remember.
Guess. It's 5.
5?
That's what I rolled.
Okay, you're doing okay.
That's what I rolled, and the modifier's
Fair
-3.
Fair enough. I always, all the games I've done, we've always done point bias, but kind of to avoid that sort of thing. But yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I have. You know what's really funny? I'm at level 5 now, so I have fine steed. And the intelligence of my steed is 6, and my intelligence is 5. And usually, you're only able to telepathically communicate like simple ideas with your steed. But I was like, I asked the GM, I was like, okay, so since I'm less intelligent and we're at similar intelligences, I would argue that we could communicate pretty well because we're on like the same level. Because like my analogy was like babies babbling to each other, they'll know exactly what they're saying, but like an adult talking to a toddler isn't gonna know what the hell they're trying to say, you know? And they were like, yeah, good point. It was really funny.
What kind of animal does your turtle ride though?
A bigger turtle.
Correct answer.
Yeah, it's a bigger turtle with a tiny top hat. And every time he's asked what its name is, it's something different. So one time I said 1x1 Lego piece, at Steve, and various other things. Because it can either be a celestial, a fae, or a fiend. But it's just gonna be different colored turtles. Because it doesn't have to be like a specific thing. It can be a horse, it can be like a different horse. I don't know.
A different horse.
I am dumber than a horse. Yeah.
I remember in Pathfinder, because that's the system I'm more familiar with.
Yeah.
The Cavalier class gets a similar sort of thing where they get a mount at level 1.
Ooh.
And they made a special version of the Cavalier class specifically for centaurs, where they get to use a lance and get all the bonuses for charging as if they were mounted, even though they're just running.
That's so fire.
Which is very good.
That's
because
really
before
good.
Then, someone once raised the question, what does a centaur cavalier use as a mount? Someone replied, another centaur.
No!
I guess they could.
I mean, yeah. Are they... Centaurception? Is that Centaurception? Oh my god. I have to say Windmillis. Oh my god, I do. Because Chips played a giant turtle with a windmill on its back. And they named it Windmillis.
That's wonderful.
A slightly bigger centaur.
Animals for now. One of my favorite ones is like a giant frog.
I want to do like a giant gummy worm or something. And it's weak to water because it'll dissolve. That'd be really cool. That'd be really neat.
But if it gets hit by fire, then it does fire damage back. Because if you ever put your fingers in like molten gummy, that is hot. Don't do that.
Oh my god, yeah! But it would probably lose a little HP because a little bit of the gummy gets stuck on them. So they lose a little chunk. Yeah.
On the plus side, if you get stranded, it is emergency food.
I need to... Okay, BRB making a stat block for a giant gummy worm steed. Oh my god. And then like the flavor has like different effects. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, we're...
You can do like an entire class around it, like a candy dancer.
Wait! Oh my god, wait. What's the, what's that one species that's like... Oh, I'm blanking on what it is. It's like there's one that's like glass, and it's like glass something, and it's like the person is just like made of glass, and there's one with like paper and like stuff like that. Wait, I need to look this up.
Yeah, I don't think I know that one. That must be a D&D specific one.
Yeah. Oh my god. Not glass
Almost
person.
sounds like the world's worst Warforged.
Oh, that'd be so bad. No, I was... Okay, wait. Hear me out. So it's a Warforge. But instead of being made of metal, it's made of plastic. And it's really small. And... Oh, Glasskin! And it has a special ability to where if it gets hit, it can avoid taking as much damage by breaking apart. And all of its limbs just break apart. And it's... And it makes a noise akin to, but not unlike, a Lego dude falling and breaking.
So you said a Lego dude. I was thinking the Robloxes.
It'd be like, wait, yeah, it'd be like Gummykin. I want to make a Gummykin race. What do you think?
That's the best part about tabletop games. You can just make anything up.
Right? It's so cool. I tried looking up Lego in my soundboard, and it's just the "Let's go gambling." Let's go gambling. It sounds like a bad golem.
Lego, huh?
I think that'd be a great golem. A golem made of Lego. And then you.
Funnily enough, because so this is part of my ongoing theory, which is that everything is secretly Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That's
Okay.
my big conspiracy theory. There is actually a Lego golem in Yu-Gi-Oh. Here you go. This is Block Golem. I've just sent
Block
you.
golem? Oh my god, wait.
He's literally a Lego golem.
That's adorable. Oh my god, wait. I gotta show stream. Stream.
There's also Block Dragon as well, who is actually banned currently.
What? Why? He did nothing wrong.
It would be a very long explanation, but the long and short of it is he allows you to do some shenanigans. That's the short version.
Allows you to do what kind of shenanigans?
I would be a long while to explain it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Also, here's the block golem, guys. He's just a little guy.
He's so good. He's so cute.
He's so
Golem's fine. He did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Block
I
Dragon,
know.
though, he is bad.
Did absolutely nothing wrong. Doesn't deserve it. That's just rude. Would have a special ability where if someone attacks him with an unarmed strike, the attacker takes damage back. I could see that. If they have like foot-based attacks, they take damage from it as well.
Foot base attacks.
Like
You mean kicking, Darla?
yeah, like kicking. But it's just like they stepped on a Lego.
I don't think we're going to see much movement for the cause of changing kicking to foot-based attacks.
Foot-based attack. Because it can be so many things. It can be kicking. If you're like giant and you're like attacking someone who's like a size or two smaller than you, you can step. You can step on them, you know? You can
okay.
You can dribble them around like a you can dribble them around like a soccer ball. You can do that thing. Oh, you know that thing when the ball is like up in the air and then you do like a backflip, and then as you're doing the backflip, you kick it with your foot, and it goes like backwards. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know if there's a word for it or not.
Whatever
I know what
that
you mean.
is, that can be an attack. Oh god, why did you do Darfield mode?
So this is just making me think, I just want to have a fight against like a giant soccer player. Or like a giant basketball player.
Oh, that sounds so fun. That sounds so
Like,
cool.
just the party fight an entire like five-a-side basketball team and just get like dribbled all over the court.
Yeah! Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Fantasy basketball. I have this bit where I just call everything, even remotely modern, just fantasy. Be like, oh my god, guys, let me pull out. Guys, can I check my fantasy iPhone? I'm gonna get a. What are you gonna get from this bakery? I'm gonna get a fantasy croissant. Okay, wait.
Fantasy croissant.
It's slightly fantasy. Also, I need to. I've been told to do Darfield mode, so I apologize for what you're about to see. I don't know if you've seen Darfield mode.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
I don't think it's a pleasure, but
Oh no, this is wonderful.
it's wonderful.
magnificent.
Isn't it wonderful? Do you want to see it get worse?
This is peak.
Yeah, I'm worse. Look, I'm worse.
I see.
I can still
Well,
blink.
That definitely is worse. I'm glad.
Also, hi Nelly. Thank you for the first time chat. I'm sorry you had to see me like this. Hello, welcome, and I apologize. When can Helm get one? Actually, you know what? Fun fact, this model is free. It's completely free. It's in my About Me. In the credits, there's a link to it. I asked permission to recolor my model, this one, and she said it was cool. So I did. I look like an insect? Now you made me mad.
More of a Cheshire cat, but...
Now you made me mad. I get dizzy when I do that.
So what is the Darfield lore?
I don't know, man. I just want some lasagna. I just got here. I really want. Some fettuccine would really hit the spot.
See, now you need to do the reverse. You need to do reverse Garfield. Have you seen the Hatsune Miku Garfield that got made?
Oh my god, yeah. It's like a YouTube's, isn't it?
There you go. Garfield
Oh god. Also, hi Red Joker. Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome. This just keeps getting better. I fear this is my peak. This is my peak and the stream will only get worse from here. God damn it, not chibi mode. Okay, you know what? Actually, chibi mode is better than Darkfield mode, so I'll take that. That's fine. I just, like, when I was a PNG tuber, I was able to have a lot of models because I had, like, an unlimited amount of, like, hotkeys and stuff that I can set it to. And I'm kind of, like, I kind of missed that a little bit, like, being able to have as many models as I wanted, so I went hunting. Chibi Darfield model when hell freezes over. I don't know. Someone say be there or be square, but you somehow misheard it and became a cat.
Instructions unclear, became cat.
Yeah, no. Instructions unclear. I now have a craving for lasagna that can only be satiated when the moon is full. The chibi revelation has begun. Oh god. Am I gonna need to make this more expensive? Will I? No. Should I? Most definitely. But it just makes sense.
I need to get some more on my other things. I keep saying I'm gonna make more redeems, and then I keep forgetting to because I have a memory like a sieve, and I get distracted by something moved in my vision.
I've never heard that term memory like a sieve before. That's hilarious.
It's unfortunately way too accurate. Like I'll be somewhere, like I'll be out and about doing some shopping or whatever, and I think to myself, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this. This is a really good idea for a redeem. I guarantee you, within like 10 minutes, that's completely left my mind, and that idea is never coming back. And by the time I get home,
that happens to me all the time.
Idea.
That happens to me all the time, but with things I want to post on Twitter. I'm just like, oh my god, I want to do this meme. Oh, that would be so funny. Oh wait, I just came up with the funniest thing that I need people to know I said, and then I'm just like, oh, I'll post it when I get home, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
I've been there. I keep having that with, like, when you see people doing like the trends on Twitter.
Yeah.
I keep seeing those. And I think, oh, that sounds fun. I think I've got something I could add to this. Forget to. And then, like, 2 days later, I'll just be doom scrolling, find it again, and go, oh, right, that was a thing. I'm probably way too late for this now. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll
oh my god, that's so. Oh, that's so frustrating. I did one of the, you know, that meme with the little white dog. That's like, it's like, and then it's like, ah. You know what I mean? It's like two.
I think I missed that one.
It's like the really fluffy. Ow! It's a really fluffy white dog. That's just a little cotton ball, basically. I don't know why my Spotify decided to boost up. What, okay, let me show you. I'll send it to you on Discord.
Yeah. You know, you'll probably show me, and I'll go, oh yes, this. But I'm just not.
Yeah. This one.
Oh, okay, yes, this one.
That one, yeah.
You showed me, and I go, yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to post it tomorrow, and I'm hoping it doesn't get, like, already out of trend.
Right, yeah. Everything was so quickly on the internet. Crazy.
Yeah. The music got louder. Yeah, the music did get louder accidentally. I'm sorry, I turned it down. Check the general on Discord, which, by the way, if you guys aren't in the Discord... Totally confused. Oh my god, wait! Oh, that's hilarious. It had a little loading symbol on my head when I was in chibi mode at one point, and it looked like that one GIF thing.
Oh, that'd be a really good thing to like have to pin on your model, like a loading symbol.
That's not a bad idea at all. Holy shit! I have so many. It gives me a lot of emote ideas.
But I can't action on them.
Yeah, it's the same thing with emotes. Where I come up with a really good idea.
Don't talk to me about emotes.
I've
been saying for like over a year I'm gonna get more emotes, and I keep forgetting and not getting around to it.
Oh no! I believe in you. You should write it down right now.
You know what? I'm gonna do that right now.
Do it.
Unfortunately, I haven't got anything in reach to write with, so. Hold on. I'm in front of a computer. I could just use a notepad.
Oh yeah, you literally have an all-powerful PC right in front of you. Let me get a pen and paper.
If only I could write something right now.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I only do emotes when I'm like on stream because I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun thing to stream. Otherwise, I just never have the time. But when I'm able to stream,
I don't even make my own ones. I just forget to get around to contacting people about making
oh, I know a lot of people use what's their name? I want to say 88. You have emails
That's
from
who
them.
you did my first set, yeah.
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 They followed me on VGen. I was like, oh my god,
Aw.
it's bonkers. But yeah, speaking of drawing stuff, we're here to draw, guys.
We're drawing, apparently.
We're actually drawing right now, and you can't see it.
We've actually just been drawing this whole time.
Yeah. Stream over. We're done. We finished our drawing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Whoa. Oh my god, wait. I should share my screen to you because I forgot to do that.
Oh, right, that might help.
That might help. Just a little bit. Did it work? Wait, no. I think did I just share your screen to you?
No, I've got yours.
You do? Okay,
Yeah, I can tell because you've got a wider canvas than mine.
I do. Okay. I just made my 1920 by 1080. But yeah, guys. Wait, Strudels. What? What do you want? Is today the Q&A? Yes. We are doing. I'll pull up the link to the form. But we're also gonna be answering, since we are both artists, so I figure we would answer questions as well, just while we're yapping and doing things. So I will post the link to that in the chat if you guys would like to ask there. You guys can also ask. You guys can also ask in the ask in chat like normally. Just hey, blah 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 blah. It's okay. Whatever's fine. But we are going to. Sweet, you have another cue to be aid. Oh, good. Hang on, let's go to our game screen. It didn't work.
I have to pull you on something, Darla. You said we're both artists. I'm not disputing that on your side of things, but for me, definitely citation needed.
What do you mean? I've seen your art. No. Simply I'm the citation. The citation is I said so.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. If you say so, I guess I can't argue with that.
Exactly. Okay. My thing isn't working. Okay, we're gonna go.
How about over here?
There we go. That a good spot? I think it's a good spot. Ghosty boy, let's move you over. Ghosty boy's trying to steal the show. He's standing in front of you. Because he's a little shit. There you go. Let's put you by chat. He's blinking over there by chat. And there's your little head pat. There, now he's satisfied. Now he can get head pats. But yeah, so we both have a very basic... God damn it, power! Not chibi mode again! Okay. You guys are gonna be the death of me, I swear. Okay, so we both have a very similar kind of drawing tablet, but I'm going to draw out what our drawing tablet looks like. You know what? I can just use the shape tool, which we will explore in a second. The first thing we're gonna go over...
Satisfied? Never.
Never satisfied. The first thing I'm gonna go over is the basic outline of the drawing tablet. Drawing tablet and you. Does yours look like this? With like a scroll wheel?
Yeah, basically the exact same as mine, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have this little part. So this is gonna be where you do stuff.
Yeah.
It should be one-to-one with your screen. So like if you go to the top left corner here, it'll go to the top left corner of your display.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that seems to be how it should be.
Yeah. Yours doesn't, mine doesn't look like that. Now what? Sorry, I think you're going to explode in the next 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. That's my bad. Ugh. Tough break. Ah, that sucks. Ah, man. But anyway, so we have 4 different hotkeys. What I usually do is, I have this one be... I kind of pair them off. So, like, these two will be a set. So, like, for mine, I have them be... let me lower the... I have this one be brush and eraser.
Okay.
Actually, mine has 5 keys. So pretend that that's 5.
Actually, mine is 5 as well, actually, now I'm counting them.
It does, yeah. So I usually make mine, these 2 are brush and eraser, and then these 2 are zoom in and out. And then this one I have as the eyedropper.
Gotcha.
So the reason I do that is the way that I have my hand is like, I'll have my hand right, and pretend that this is a good hand. Well, I'll have my hand, and I'll have like my thumb over here for these 2 keys, and then I have these 2 kind of together, and then it's like that. So I kind of just like alternate between those 2, and then when if I want to switch over to if I want to go to brush and eraser, I just go up here, and then I go down here.
Gotcha.
And then I can use my thumb for the bottom ones. Because that, I don't know. I just find that to be easier. But yeah, so I have brush and eraser, zoom in, zoom out, and then eyedropper. The scroll wheel I don't usually use, because honestly, I wasn't able to figure it out. But if I were to do something with it, I would either do brush size or rotate canvas. Because you're able to, if you have like you can go to the hand tool and then shift and rotate like that, or you can just use the arrow keys.
Okay.
So it's not as, so the shift is like however many degrees you want, and then the arrow keys are just like, I want to say 15 degrees at a time? Or 30 degrees at a time, something like that. But it's less exact.
I see.
And then this one I have this one as the bucket. This one I believe is the lasso, yeah. This one I have is the lasso fill, which is basically like, it does this. Where if you make a shape, it'll fill it in.
I see.
There's also a rectangular version that does the same thing, but in rectangles. But this one is freeform. It's just kind of neat. I mostly use that for coloring. And then this one does that. It removes the side stuff just so I can see better.
Right.
I don't know what to call that one, so it's thing. And then this one centers. It makes it fit to screen.
Gotcha.
And then most important, this one is save.
Save.
Because whenever I think about it, I just press it and then boom. And then boom, it saves. And I don't have to control S or anything.
Yeah.
But the fit to screen is just fit to window size. It's Control 0.
Control 0. I see.
And then the brush, I believe brush and eraser are B and E. And then zoom in and out are Control plus and minus. My zoom is Control Shift plus. And then my zoom out is Control minus for some reason. I don't know. Thing is my favorite button. It's so magical. It just does everything you want it to do and more. And then eyedropper, I'm blanking on what eyedropper is. We will be able to find, it does always show, usually when you go onto one of these things, it'll have the, what's it called? The hotkey next to it. So like select all, it says Control A right here, so then Control A. It should select all. Oh yeah, it does, you can see the little dots.
Trying to find my one for the eyedropper one here.
I think it's
Not giving me.
I? Yeah, it's I.
And then it
Oh, it's
just
just eye.
selects.
Oh, okay, it's just eye.
Yeah. And then that's something you do within the Gaomon tablet app. So you go on a Gaomon tablet app, and then wait, am I sharing my whole screen to you or just program?
It's just a thing, but it's okay. I'm figuring it out. Yeah.
So those of you who have a Gaomon tablet, mine is the, I'll write down which one it is, because this one I highly recommend. I've had it for like literally my entire time doing digital art, so like 4 or 5 years, it was like $50 M10K Pro. And Helm has the non-pro version, and neither of us have been able to tell if a difference yet.
I think the only difference we've identified so far is that yours came with a glove.
Yeah, mine came with a glove because I got it on Amazon, and it was this like it was this offer where it was like, oh, buy it right now, and if you add both of these things to your cart, it's 20% off, or you get it for free or something like that. But a lot of the time, with any app, your drawing tablet will come with its own software, and it's important to know what it is and how to navigate it. Over here is pressure sensitivity. I don't touch it, but here we have our little pressure test, and on the side it has a little gauge of how hard you press. That's important.
Yeah.
And it's important to know, like, if doing it, like having your pen completely perpendicular versus angled does anything. Because if it doesn't, then you gotta know that kind of stuff. And then here are all the things I have for the keys. The scroll wheel I just don't touch. But yeah, eraser is E, brush is B, and then zoom in and zoom out, and then eyedropper's I. Paint bucket is G, lasso fill is Shift L, and then tab is the thing. Control 0 is the fit to screen, and we all know what save is. And then it has all the settings and stuff. And then over here in the drop-down menu, it'll say all programs, and then you can add a program. I have mine to all. I have mine to all because I don't do anything besides Fire Alpaca, but I know you do vector stuff. So if you want to...
Stuff, I'm probably gonna, when it comes to doing the vector stuff, I probably will just keep that as it is.
Ah, okay. It's mostly so...
Vectors, like, it's easy enough to do it with the mouse.
Yeah, fair enough. Because it, the reason for that is in some programs, the hotkeys will be different. Like like in Photoshop, brush could be P for paintbrush instead of B for brush or something like, or P for pencil.
Makes sense, yeah.
Or something like that. But, I'm gonna switch from chibi now, and nobody's gonna redeem chibi mode. Because you guys just love me so much, and you don't want me to explode and just leave the void forever. Definitely, right? 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 Error, I need you. No! 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 Flash UI! Oh my god. You guys! Ow! You guys are just bullies.
You just left chibi mode without saying anything.
I know, I should've. Just a bunch of high school fucking bullies. Anyway. Oh yeah, and then how to... Funny story, guys. I recently discovered how to replace my nib. Because as you guys know, when you have a pen, and then it comes with a little nib. And the nib is its own completely separate thing. And I'm gonna erase that. Ow. 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 Hang on. Ow. Ow.
You okay there?
Huh?
You okay? You got a little bit of
do I
get hit by something.
Do I got a bump? Do I got a bump? Does it... Ow. Do I got a bump? Does it look bad?
It's fine. It's fine. It'll buff out.
It'll buff out. Okay, it's fine. Wait! That's not how my hardware works.
Oh.
Sorry if I gave you brain damage. It's fine. It's fine, it's good. Also, thank you so much for the follow, the second private. Welcome, welcome. My head didn't get any bigger, did it?
I don't think so. I haven't got any calipers on hand, though, so I can't say for certain.
Okay, okay. Reporting in from Malaysia. Oh, wow. Welcome in from Malaysia. Hell yeah. But yeah, the nib. So all you have to do is, like, pinch the nib and then pull it out.
I just pull it out. I don't have to, like, unclip anything or anything?
Nah, nothing to unclip. And then to put it back in, you just push it.
Okay.
Because
I'm
mine...
gonna just leave it for now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'd break it, but...
Because fun fact, guys, it's supposed to look like this. This is how it's supposed to look. Mine looks like this. Because I've been using it for so long. It looks like that now. And it's like completely shaven down on one side. I need to get more. But yeah. But that's pretty much it with drawing tablet stuff. It's fairly simple. Oh yeah, also the Pro. So apparently the Pro has tilt and the regular doesn't.
Ah.
And that seems to be one of, if not the only, difference. But yeah, it's important to just like explore the program, make sure you have it downloaded. It's for general tablet purposes. But yeah, so basics of Fire Alpaca. So those of you who don't know, Fire Alpaca is free. It's a completely free program. There is a $30, I believe, $20 or $30 SE version that is on Steam. I haven't noticed too many differences. I know it has the ability to do vectors, I think, and it has dark mode and a few other things, but the free version is more than enough. But I think we should start with the tools. So the tools are on the left side. I believe there's a way to make it like pop out a little bit more, but we have our brush. Let's do a new layer. Top to bottom, we have our brush, we have our eraser, and then this little guy here really just does like, I don't really know what this guy does, but it's really just pixel art from what I've seen. It does pixely things.
Good evening, Twitch. I have an announcement. Darla Doodles is a bitch-ass motherfreaker. She pissed on my wife, so now I'm gonna piss on the moon.
Okay, I see. So it's like, yeah, non-alias lines.
Yeah. What am I? Manny, I did not piss on your wife. What do you mean? What do you mean? I haven't talked to your wife in like 20 years, man. She said she didn't want to see me anymore, and I respected that. I did not piss on your wife. That's just rude. But have fun pissing on the moon. What drawing tablet do you recommend for $20? We may need to do some research because I haven't seen any for $20. The one that I got is somewhere between 40 and 60. I don't remember.
I think mine was about 50 when I saw it on Amazon.
Yeah, that sounds about right. She was jealous I was getting all these bitches and is now dragging Helm Chan to their bitchless world. I am not. I bet Helm gets plenty of bitches. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just mean.
Yeah, we can pretend that's the case.
What? I get that's so mean. Man, don't mind Manny. They're just mad that they haven't had enough lettuce today.
Lettuce.
Manny is a manatee. I don't know if you knew that.
Ah. Right.
Oh, okay, buddy. Okay, pal. But yeah, I'm switching my tablet to be on my lap. I don't know if that's gonna fare well for me, but we'll try. Anyway, so these two are fill tools. So this one does rectangles and squares, and this one can do whatever shape you want. We already went over that, but I think it's really neat. I use it for coloring a lot of the time when my stuff is more, like when it's not really able to be used for the bucket tool. I'd like bucket tool it first, and then I would lasso fill all the extra stuff. And then bucket tool, we all know. The tolerance will determine how easy or difficult it is to fill in a thing. So like, let's say this, with low tolerance, it'll do something like that, where it'll like leave a gap, it'll blah, blah, blah. But if you make the tolerance higher, it won't fill it at all.
Gotcha.
Or if you up it, now it fills in this part, but now it doesn't fill in this part.
I see, yeah.
So the tolerance is basically, for those of you on Procreate, you know that thing that you can do when you drag and drop the color in, and then you can slide your finger up and down until it fills the amount you want it to? It's basically that, except you do it before, not after. It's that same concept. But the cool thing is you can also bucket erase. So let's say I want to do, I fill this in like, let's say I fill this in, but then, oh no, I want to erase everything around it. Bucket erase. Well, lower the tolerance, and it'll fill in, it'll bucket erase everything else.
Oh, that's really handy.
That is really handy. It's really cool. I like it a lot. And then what other neat features we got for bucket tool? It can decide like how much you expand the pixeling. So like if it's over the line or under. So like let's say I do it by -3. It'll leave a bit of a gap here.
Oh, neat.
Which is really cool. But if I do 2, it'll fill in a little more. If I do 3, you see it goes a little over here.
Right.
And then yeah, I like to expand it by 1.
I see the setting called Close the Gap, and all I can think is, God, I wish Gartic Phone had that feature.
Oh my god, yeah. That would be so cool. I don't really, you know what? Full transparency, I don't know what this thing does. It looks cool. I have it set to 1.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm assuming that like if I was to do like a circle that wasn't closed in properly, maybe that's what the close the gap does.
Oh my god, you know what? Let's experiment. Wait, hold up. I'm curious. So let's say we have
that's
it.
What it does, yeah.
Have like an unfilled thing.
There we go. That's how it works.
Oh, it fills it more. So this one fills it more, and then if you do 1.
I wonder if like the bigger pluses of like bigger gaps. Like if you're a really big gap, maybe you'd need like the higher setting.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, we learn something new every day. That's crazy. That's bonkers. Guys, don't say anything. Guys, don't say anything. Be cool. Helm, be cool. Be cool.
I'm extremely cool.
You're extremely cool.
I'm extremely cool.
I'm frigid right now, dude.
I could be cooler, but I haven't got any sunglasses, so
fair enough.
This is the limits of my coolness.
Okay. So that's pretty much everything for the bucket tool. And then this is the gradient tool. So it does it based on these 2 colors.
Okay, yeah.
So like let's say you do black and white. Black and white flashy, I swear to god, please. I'll switch it back after we're done with our break. I'll go over gradient and then we'll take a quick break. But the gradient tool, pretty much self-explanatory. The longer your line is, the more it'll blend versus something like this. And you can have it go in any direction you want. You can change the spread of it to where instead of it being 1 gradient, you can make it multiple smaller gradients. Or you can do it like this to where it like reflects. Or you can have it be radial, so it's like a circle instead of a line.
Okay.
Or you can do transparent foreground
How do you do the shape one? I'm just like toying on my end of things. I don't have the option to change the shape.
So it should be like, so there's type, and then it says like foreground, background.
I see.
And then there's shape, and then that'll be radial or linear.
I see. Mine was on custom for some reason. There we go.
Yeah.
Like
Custom, it'll let you can do whatever colors you want, as many colors as you want, which is really cool. I'm gonna ban you. I might put a cooldown on it. But if you guys pinky promise to be cool about chibi mode for the rest of stream, I won't. But yeah, that's gradient stuff. And we finished the top portion of the tools and stuff. So we're gonna take a really quick break just to play some ads for a few minutes. You got like 4.7k points. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. We're gonna take a really quick break. Be sure to check out Helm if you haven't already. Her stuff is in the title, and in the description for you guys on YouTube. And yeah, we're gonna play some ads. Be sure to stretch, do something to take care of yourself, get some water, do something, and we will see you in a minute. Boo again. Boo a second time. Hi.
Perhaps even a third boo? Can we have such luxury?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry I've gotten ahead of myself. I do apologize.
Is it? You forget yourself. But yeah, welcome back, guys. I did not forget about you guys on YouTube. I'm sorry. It's just the chibi revolutionaries over here are taking up all of my bandwidth. No pun intended.
The chibi redeems will continue until morale improves.
Oh my god, yeah. Chat TV mode spam is just like Master Ru said. Never off until tomorrow. We can be done. What can be? Never put off until tomorrow. What can be done today? Is what you mean? I think. But yeah. So we're gonna go over the rest of the tools. Like in general, I finished Era's new form. You could have told me that when I was in BRB. I can't look now. We're entertaining a guest, guys. Don't be rude. But anyway, so all of this part, the next section is just like different forms of selection. So this is just selection but rectangle, and you can move it around.
So
and then
so here's a question for that one.
Yeah.
Because for reference, my art program knowledge, the one I'm most familiar with is Adobe Fireworks, which is a program that's so old you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah.
So how does the moving work with selection? Do you have to hold something, or is it just click and drag? Because on Fireworks, I think you have to like cut it and then drag it. It's weird.
Oh, okay. So let's say I have. Let's just draw a little. Decides to be so inconvenient. Okay, let's say we got a dude. So there are different ways we can go up. Erase a little wiener really quick, but let's say we have a little dude, right? So there are these little buttons on the top left. So the one with just the rectangle, well, it's the same thing with the freeform, but let's say if it's like, if you select this and you go, oh, actually, I want to do the legs, and then you go to the legs, it'll switch it. And then if you have this one, it'll be like, oh, well, actually, I want to do the head and the legs. It'll select both, and it won't switch. But if it's this one's kind of like a negative space one, where it's like, oh, I want this part, but I don't want all of this little here. So it deselects by lasso tool.
I see.
And then this one, I don't really know, actually. I haven't played around with this one. I think it just like, it makes it smaller. So like you start off with this, and then this one, it just like, you slowly shrink it down.
I think I might know what this is actually, because this actually reminds me of the vector tools I'm used to.
Oh,
this
what?
is intersect.
Ooh.
So if you like select like the head or something,
yeah,
and you then use that second tool, and say you want to like remove the middle part of the head, if you draw like a selection, like I don't know if you can see on my screen like this, it takes only the parts that are overlapping both of them.
Oh.
So like if you select one piece and then a second piece, it will do only the ones that's in both of those selections.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not sure how
cool.
often you'd use that, to be fair, but I mean, it's the same with files. I don't use that one tremendously often
Yeah.
either.
I mean, considering I didn't even know about it 4 years in. Oh, God.
Yeah.
There's a kitty on my desk. Hi, kitty. Hello. Okay, let's put you
Meow.
down. There,
And
bye.
that is the cat noise, meow.
She does say meow. That's crazy. But anyway, so then there are different kinds of transforming. I'm gonna add a face to this guy so to better demonstrate it, but you just press, like over here, there are 3 kinds of transform. There's transform, free transform, and mesh transform. So transform will just be your basic moving around. You can squash it and do that kind of thing. You can rotate. But you can either do fixed diagonal on the bottom where it has like the flip. Fixed diagonal will mean that it focuses on one point, and it shrinks and grows relative to that point. But fixed center, it does it based on the center of it. So it won't go in a different direction, no matter how, like, on which corner you do it from. Free transform, I do for perspective, is it'll like squash it'll squash it in a different way
Oh.
to play around with
Oh, I
perspective and
see.
stuff. I do that a lot with, like, let's say I actually did this when, Yomi is a good example of this, because, like, she wears glasses. So, like, let's say I want to draw a pair of glasses for this dude. So I draw a regular pair of glasses, and then I can just free transform it so that it's angled.
Gotcha.
And I can do that, and then boom, you got glasses that are facing this way. And then mesh transform is similar, except you have a lot more points to do it from. So you can like play around with the roundness of things and like even things out. You can add
So this
like
would be good for doing like a
waves.
fisheye effect or something.
Yeah, I did that for my fisheye emote actually. But you can
okay.
also on the bottom you can play around with how many there are. So there can be like only one column and one row. So it's only like this.
Wow, wow, wow.
Or you can have as many as 12 and 12. So you can play around with it a lot.
I see.
But yeah, the only thing is when you do that, it does get the edges get a little fuzzy sometimes, depending on how much you do it and to what extent. I do it a lot for, like, let's say I'm putting plaid on a skirt, or I want to
yeah.
mess around with shading or something. I'll do that like that as well.
I love plaid, but I hate drawing it.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. Actually, how I do it is I do like the little lines, right? And then I just duplicate and then
Oh,
turn the
yeah,
opacity
yeah.
down. And then that's kind of like a really basic plaid.
I guess the point across.
You could turn this one a little bit down as well. And it's kind of like a gingham pattern. That's basically how it goes, but with like different colors and things. But it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But this one is the magic wand tool. It selects based on things. It's not working right now for some reason. It's being mean. Oh, I think it's because I have it set to the intersect thing. Okay. So it'll select, like, let's say I just want to select the eyes. It'll do something like that. And then it'll, let's see, do just that. So the magic wand is like relative, it's like a bucket tool for selecting.
Right.
It's basically what it is. And then it's the same things with, it's the same thing with the bucket tools in that you can do the one where it's like one and done, or like select multiple, or subtract, or intersect. It'll like follow those rules as well, which is really cool. Also, hi Tessa. We're kind of doodling. We're going over art program stuff and how art programs work. And with
I'm
how
learning.
Almost learning.
But yeah, and then that's all the select. Actually, this one, it lets you select based on where you draw. So if I'm like, I want to select all of this, and then you go to the select tool, it'll select all of that. And then you'd be like, I don't want to select that. I just want to select all of this. And then you go back. It'll fix the selection. So it's just instead of using the lasso, you just use a pen.
So once you've drawn it, you do what to actually select it?
You go to like one of the selection tools, so like either the rectangle one or the
I see.
freeform one.
I see.
So like you can
And
select
so, like,
it.
erasing the parts that you don't want to select. I see.
I sneeze.
I get it.
But yeah, it can also be like, let's say I select this and then I want to fine tune it. And like I want to use that as my base, and then I want to fine tune it and be like, well, I want to like carve out the parts that I don't want to use. And then you go back and then it's fixed.
I see.
Yeah. And then we have text. All this part is like, it's literally just text.
Texture.
You can download fonts. I'm not sure how to do that. It's super easy though. I think you just like download the font family, whatever file folder, and then put it into Fire Alpaca. But I did that with my font that I use for streaming stuff, which is, I think it's Miter. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it has the type of font, and then if you press preview, it'll show you all the fonts instead of just having the list of it and not being able to see it. Let me make this bigger, actually. Actually, it doesn't really work when you make it bigger, but whatever. The name, and then you have the sizes, the spacing. It'd be like, this is a test. So if I have this... What's up? The text spacing is for the letters, and then the line spacing is for the lines.
Gotcha.
And then you can do 2 different edge widths. So you can have like one edge, say I want that to be red, and then I want a second edge to be white. You can add a second one. I probably should have added a different color. Let's do purple. And then it adds a second edge, which I think is pretty neat. It'll have 2.
I see, yes, like layered strokes almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're just strokes, but you can do 2. The only thing is, a text layer is different from an image layer. And in order to do things like transform it, like if you want to be able to change the size that way or do whatever, you have to. What I do is you right click on the layer and then you press convert text layer to image layer, which
okay.
If you know what rasterizing is, it's that process.
I was gonna say rasterizing. Yeah.
It's literally just rasterizing, but yeah, so that's what that is. And then the mouse is just the pointer. It turns your brush into the pointer. This, I don't know what it is. I think it's a kerning tool, but I don't really know what it is.
It must be something to do with the text, I guess.
Add coma material. Oh, this is for comics. This is for comic stuff, because you can do comic things on Fire Alpaca as well, but I'm not super well versed in that. You can also do animations, which we can get to in a sec. And then eyedropper tool, and then the hand. The hand lets you drag things around. Hi, Hyper! Hello, hello!
Hey, Hyper.
Thank you for checking in. Welcome, welcome. We're here with Helm
there is
today.
one other feature of the hand that you didn't mention, which is you can just use it to give your painting a little squeeze.
Yeah, you can. Ow!
Give it a little grab.
You can just go like honka honka. You're just gonna pinch his cheeks. He's pinching his cheeks like hi. And then yeah, those are all the tools on the left side. I don't think you can arrange them in any particular way or like what's it called? This is amazing artwork. Oh my god, thank you. I'm glad you like it. He's beautiful. His name is 1x1 Lego Piece. I'm sorry, it needs to be done. Don't do it. Don't do it, Flashy, please, I'm begging. I'm like, actually, please. Pretty please. Okay, I swear. Okay, you guys get one more and I'm turning it off. I want to have like at least some moments where we're both like in our forms together, you know. Anyway. So the layers, it's just these are all the different kinds of ads. You can do folders. I like to usually kind of shift click it like different ones and then I just right click combine in folder versus just making a folder and then putting things in it, which certainly is doable, but to me it's less tedious. I don't know what these do. These make new layers, but I don't know what the 8-bit or this one does. Full transparency. But this one makes a new folder. This one duplicates. And then this one merges down. Which is super neat. And then
like flattening them together, right?
Yeah. You're able to see the layer when I pop out that thing, right?
I think we'll see it on the stream.
Oh, dip. Okay. Hang on, was it?
Okay. I'll be honest, I've been kind of watching the stream anyway, it's okay.
Oh, okay. And then... Actually, really quick, let's get into the windows. so that we can have ours be similar, so that we know what we're talking about. So the windows are these guys that are over here. You can put them wherever you want. You can have them go on top of each other so that you can click between the two and have them overlap. It's the same thing as the thing on OBS where you're able to like change the docks and stuff and like arrange them. You can make them like that. You could squish them like that. The reference lets you can either copy paste something or you can get something from your file folder to put an image there. So that can be like your, if you're drawing something for yourself, it can be like your VTuber, your reference sheet, or a color palette, something like that.
Okay.
And then you can like...
Perfect.
You can rotate it, you can color pick directly from that, you can zoom in and out, all that fun stuff. And then these are all the brushes.
I've got my reference and he is perfect.
Okay, cool. We'll go down the list. Window, color palette, color wheel. You can, I believe there's a way to... Color management setting? There's a way to change it from like a square to like a color wheel, but I find that this is easier because it gets you the most colors.
I think mine's defaulted to the wheel anyway.
If you go to color on top, it'll say select snap color brush. It'll either be a color bar or a color wheel like this.
I see.
Yeah, the color bar I prefer because it takes up more space and I like that. And then the colors are just off on the side instead of in a circle. And then we got the palette over here. It lets you make your own palettes. So over here I have, when I was making my VTuber, funny enough, it lets you get colors and then, let's say I want to add black. So I change my color to black and then I just press this little paper. And then I can call it black, and then it adds it.
Oh, that's really good.
And you can move it.
I actually have an image saved in my folder that is literally just my color palette because the program I use doesn't have a feature like this.
Yeah, you can add it here.
If I was drawing myself, I would just open that image to rip the colors from it.
Yeah, you can make a bunch. This one, it allows 16, actually. I've only used 2. But it doesn't...
Really nice.
It's really cool. I don't use it too often because I forget it exists, but I need to use it more. And then we got brush view, which the brush view just shows what the brush that you selected looks like. So the airbrush, it has the airbrush.
That's something I know nothing about.
Oh yeah, so brushes are it's in the brush tool thing. We got brush preview, we don't need that. We got brush control, which brush control will change the size. Some of them have more settings than others. So like with normal pen, it only has size, opacity, stabilizer. Anti-aliasing, I don't know anything about. Oh my god, kitty latched onto my chair. Don't do that, I like this chair. Okay. Anyway, sorry. But, if you go to your brush thing, on the bottom, it has this little, it looks like a store on the bottom left of your brush panel.
Store.
It pulls up the brush store. So it has a bunch, they're all free, except for the ones that say Faro Alpaca SE. But it has a bunch of different ones. I use, like this one has, chains, ball chains, leaves, cabbage for some reason, sparkle stuff. Also, hi Doob, hi Gamer Bro, welcome in. How's Boris? I don't want to talk about it. Shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh wow, the brush.
Boris is fine.
Chain brush is magic. It's literally magic.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. As someone who has chains in my design, I absolutely adore it. But it was a different version that I found recently. There's one that's called CK Chain Script. And that one
I found actually. Well, I found Twisted Chain Script, but yeah.
So it has a bunch of different settings. So it has like the spacing. So like this versus this. are the different spacings, and then the width is like, I'm gonna set this to 50, but the width is like the width of the actual chain, you know, and then the size of the chain. What did I have it? I think I had, that's fine. And then the corner radius, so if it's like circular or completely rectangular. My point is it has a lot of different settings. So different brushes will have different customizability. I usually use, you can also save your own pens. I like to use this one. It's the sketch pen, it's the pencil. The pencil, because it has like different, it lets you control opacity as well as, but I have ones that are saved by like stability. So I'll have one that's like super stable and then one that's not, so that I'm able to kind of alternate between doing more line arty things and more colory things.
So what did you set the stability to get that? Is that like 100%?
This, okay, so this is 70. I usually like doing 70, but this is 100.
Okay.
And then this is like 20. 20 is a good number. I usually just go do, oh, this is 0. Like that. I usually just use global settings. So use global settings will kind of, it's basically a default. And that's just kind of what I go with usually. And then I have you can change the order of them by just clicking and dragging. Like I have my blur and smudge on top, and then I have my different pens, and then I have like the more specialty pens, for lack of a better term, on the bottom. So there's like polka dot is a good one. I use that for like screen toning sometimes, or like prism.
Oh my gosh! So I'm just playing with some of these. I just found one, a default one called Symmetry Rotate, and wow, I could sit here just playing with this for hours.
I know, it's so cool. There is that pen. There's also the regular symmetry. So I totally forgot about that. So in the brush tool, there's the snap, which snap is basically a ruler. So, like, let's say this one. This one's like the cross, like the hatching, whatever. It'll just be like, oh, you can only do the horizontal or vertical lines.
I see.
Or the radial one will just be, you can set where it is, and then you can do circles from there. Or this one is like, you can, I don't know what the hell this is. Oh! It lets you kind of make your own curve, and then you move it around like a stencil. And then you're like, oh, I want to go over here now and do this. Oh, I want to go over here now. Maybe stretch it out a little bit and do that. Or maybe I want to shrink it and do that. Kind of good for doing the same shape multiple times, but you don't want to copy paste. But I've never touched that before. That seems really cool. And then this one lets you do that. And then this one is like circles, lines outward from a circle. Or like...
maybe if you're doing like speed lines for like an action scene or something.
Yeah! Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. And then yeah, but the symmetry, so it has bilateral, which is just normal. Vertical is the same thing but backwards. And then it has various kinds of, well, it has this one where it's like, I draw a little dude right here, and oh look, oh, that is not a little dude. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, and then he's copy. It's good for like never-ending patterns, which is cool. And then there are different rotating ones. I use those for like flowers. So like, let's say I want to draw a 4-leaf clover, and I want to, oh, I don't want the mirror one. Boom. That's not good. Easy 4-leaf clover. Except it's not easy and I'm bad at this. But pretend that's a good 4-leaf clover.
I get you. This is really like mind-blowing to me. Just what you got to do with these.
Yeah. And then I don't know what anti-aliasing is, so we're gonna ignore that. If we don't know what something is, we just ignore it, and it eventually goes away. Because I'm just so wise. Guys,
That's
don't
how I
say
deal with
anything.
most of my problems, actually. If I don't know what they are, I just ignore them and hope they go away.
Yeah, real. Exactly. You get it. You get it. But yeah, and then we have brush, of course. Or it's just all the brushes. The navigator is just, it'll show. Guys, please. I'm gonna turn it off. I want to be not in my TV farm for like 2 seconds. Okay. So the navigator will show. You can basically click and drag from here to navigate versus like using the hand tool to kind of click and drag around. You can use it to be like, oh, I want to be in this top corner, or oh, I want to be over here. Or I want to zoom in, or I want to rotate, and it'll show you with this little rectangle where what you're looking at is relative to everything else.
Oh, I see.
Because it'll be like, oh, you're looking here. And then if it'll, yeah. So the orange is the orange. The red is what's it called? The red is what you're looking at, basically. But I think it's helpful for, like, let's say if you're working on like something really big and complicated and you're working on like a little detail, you can look at how it compares to everything else without having to like keep zooming out and back in. The navigator will just show you, oh, hey, cool. And then instead of being like, oh shit, I gotta drag all the way over here, I can just grab this and move it and be like, I want to go over here. Okay, cool. Okay, I want to go over there. Okay, cool. I want to go over here now. Okay, cool. I think it's pretty neat. I don't use it a lot, but I do think I should use it more. And then the layer is just all the layers. And now I can show, oh my god, I can show you protect alpha. The alpha locking.
Mask thing.
Okay. So let's delete all the layers we have so far for simplicity. So this is our layer 1, right? And then we have a bunch of, we have a circle. So what we can do is if I want to color on top of this, I can do protect alpha, and it'll only cover what is drawn on a layer, right? But the thing is, if I want to, let's say, if I erase this, then that changes, and that's the only thing. Thank you for the mustache. Now that's the only thing I can color from. But let's say you mess something up and you're like, oh man, I wanted that to be a little more round. Oh, hang on. But you can't do that because then that erases what's on the black as well. So then you have to turn it off, refill it in, turn it back on, and then that's a whole thing. What I like to do instead is I make a layer on top and I do a clipping mask. So now I can do the same thing, but if I mess up and I'm like, oh, I don't want that much red, I can just go right back to it. It's a non-destructive way of doing protect alpha.
Okay, so how do you go about doing that then? What functions do we need to use for that?
You just press, you make a new layer, so you just add a new layer.
Yep.
And then you tick this little clipping thing. So now it has a little arrow, and it shows you like, oh, this one is connected to this one. So now what you can do is, like, let's say I want to do this, but if you go on the first layer and be like, oh, I want to add a little, and if the protect alpha isn't on, you'd be like, oh, I want to add a little bit more. You can add more, and then it just kind of reveals more of what's on top.
And the alpha always works on the layer immediately beneath it?
The alpha always works on its own layer. So you don't need to make a second layer. The alpha is only one layer. But the clipping is...
Sorry, I mean the clipping, sorry.
Yeah. The clipping is always what's underneath it. And you can do multiple. So let's say I want to do pink now. They're both independent of each other. But they're both clipping onto the same thing. And then I can make a third one. I can be like, oh, clip. And then now it's there too. Hi, Cyberbat. Welcome. I know you. Which is, I think it's really cool. I'll show you a commission I just finished as an example.
Sure.
Let me erase. Okay. If I can find it, that would be so cool. Okay. So this is a commission I just finished. So what I did... Thank you. So what I did was, these are all the clipping masks, but let's get rid of these for now, just for part of the example. So I colored all of this in the same color, right?
Right.
And then and then I colored this. I colored like the microphone and the sweater. But if I unclip it, then you can see it has like that edge or whatever. Right. And you can see all of that is around it. But if I clip it, then it'll only cover what's inside the lines because I colored inside the lines first. And then I did the same thing with the hair. I made another hair layer. So like let's say I want to erase part of the hair. It won't affect the sweater that's under it at all. Because the sweater is a totally different thing. And then same thing with the skin. I did that on top. But like if I want to erase this horn, it won't erase the hair that's under it because they're two different layers. And then this one, I did like the shading, a little bit of the multiply stuff. Oh God. Kitty, quit latching onto my freaking chair. And then I did it with the shading as well. And it's all clipped on top. But if I make it go invisible, then there's nothing for it to clip onto, so all of it disappears as well. But if I unclip everything, this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like otherwise.
So essentially you want your... So, if I'm understanding right, the largest pieces of colors should be your lowest layer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I like to start with like the big stuff and then I add on top into like more and more layers. Just because I'm insane. But like, let's say I wanted to... I have the hair separate from the sweater. Let's say I wanted to like mess around and do the shading within it. That's when I do something like an alpha lock layer. So I can be like, okay, I want yellow. I want it to fade into yellow. So I can do... Okay, so let's have this all fade into yellow. You know, I would use a gradient tool for that, but... So that allows me to color right on the hair, and then if I turn it off, then it messes around.
I see.
You know?
I think I'm getting it.
Yeah. Or another example is, so like I have the eyes. The eyes I have on one layer. So if I turn on... Let's say I want to change around the color of this, and I'm like, ooh, I want to like color this in. I actually want this to be a little bigger. I can turn on alpha lock. So now I can be like, okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight, or I'm gonna add something here. But it's only on the eye because I turned on alpha lock. Or you can do the exact same thing by making another layer and then clipping it, and it does the exact same thing. But one is... The term is more destructive. Is a more destructive method. Or you can just not do that. And then, yeah. Super duper awesome intro.
A few things on my own side here to kind of get in the hang of it. And I think I'm starting to see how it works.
Okay, let me... Yeah! You also have like layers upon layers. Yeah, me too. I just make all the layers.
Like obviously I should have done the outline first here, but like I'm just using it to kind of get grips with things, and like this way I can do the outline after the fact if I wanted to without having to ruin the
exactly.
shape I've made.
It's like it's two ways, like doing a clipping mask versus protect alpha. It's two ways of doing the same thing. It just, the result is slightly different. You have a bad habit of not making enough layers, just like every 30 seconds, press add layer.
Just make a layer. Make a layer.
Yeah, just make a new layer every 30 seconds. It'll be fine.
I see.
Yeah.
It's wild, just like the difference in the feeling of the software as well. Like, I do technically own Photoshop, but it's like, what version is it? Hold on, it's like CS3, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna check this. It's like CS5, CS 5.5, and like, this is so much easier to use. It's not even funny.
It is. It's so much more beginner friendly. Hang on, I gotta swap my model for a sec. No one redeemed Chibi, thank God, but I'm using the wrong one. I look the other way for some reason. Okay. But yeah, it's so cool. And then, like, how much do you know about, like, blending modes?
I'm actually decent about that one, because,
Okay.
funnily enough, that's the same thing with, like, the vectors. When I do my art in the vectors, I use blending modes for shading and that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Although, I couldn't tell you how they actually work. It's very vibes-based.
Yeah, no, it's very much like...
multiply on this.
Multiply makes it darker, overlay does something, add does something, I don't know. Oh yeah,
I
and
think
then...
overlay's like half and half, usually.
Something like that, yeah. I know lock makes it so that you can't do anything with the layer. So you can't move it around, you can't draw on it, you can't do anything. Show only active layer will do just that. It'll only show the active layer.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, and then to move around, what other windows do we have to look into? Reference, brush size we went over, status bar. What does status bar do? Oh yeah. Status bar is just that thing on the bottom that says like the amount of pixels and like the DPI and stuff on the bottom left.
I see, yeah.
And like the scroll, the little bar. That's kind of it. It doesn't really do anything. And then that's everything. And then if you want to move something around, the little button by each tab, the little button, the one that looks like two rectangles, will pop it out and let you move it around.
Okay, yeah.
Or you can just click and drag, one of the two, and then the X will get rid of it. And then to bring it back, you just press window and then click on the one that you want. And then you can change like the size of them, you can change which ones you have, you can change where they are, you can make them stack on top of each other so that you switch between them instead of like seeing both of them at the same time. But that's definitely something to play around with. I like to have my colors and layer on one side and then my reference and brush stuff on the other. But that's a personal thing. I like to have my brushes big because I have a lot of brushes that I use at a single time.
I could definitely see getting like very addicted to like just collecting brushes.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so cool. But that's the basic interface thing. I think we went over all the tools. Oh, panel divide. That's what that one is. The thingy. The one with the kerning or whatever. That's for comic stuff. It like makes new panels and things.
Right, comic panels, right.
Yeah, but that's only if you go to file new. There's standard. You can create a new image. So there's standard, which is just
comic animation.
Yeah, comic I haven't done, but animation, you can also like make any image an animation. So let's use I'll use my most recent emote, like animated emote as an example, because I do all that frame by frame. That's the wrong one. Streaming stuff, emotes. Let's do this. So, in order to make it an animation, you just press animation and then click animation mode, and it'll make it into an animation. But this one is currently in animation mode, so display the next or previous frame is just onion skinning. I don't like to use it. It just depends on you. And then always display the first frame. Like if I had that turned off, how I have mine set up is I have the base, and then I have the arms, and then I have the arm moving. So if I didn't have it, it would do this. And it would look kind of weird. It would go 1, 2, 3. And that's not what we want. So I would have, if I have always display the first frame, it'll always have the base turned on, and it'll just switch between these two. So that's what it'll do instead. And if you go to like animation autoplay, it'll show a preview of what it is. And then you can change the frame rate over here. This is what 60 looks like. It looks like I'm about to cheer my arms off. And then, but I have mine at 5. I like that one. Okay, buddy. And then the onion skin settings you can play with. It's really just the 2 different colors that each frame is. I make them complementary colors because it's easier to see. But you can make them black and white. You can make them 2 different shades of red. It's not really much of a quote-unquote setting, but whatever. And then, like, you can manually select next frame. But what I like to do is I have things in folders because the folder will play as a single frame. So that lets me be, like, as in-depth as I want with it. Oh my god, we just got a raid! Hello! Nini
Yes, Nini. Hi, Nini.
Gifting garlic. Oh my god, I love garlic. Oh my god, you shouldn't have. Hello, let me get a shout out for you really quick. Hello! How was your stream? Tell us everything. I'm here with Helm right now. We are learning about art and art programs and all that fun stuff. Why am I not following you? Oh my god. I know I follow you on... I think I follow you on Twitter. I'm following you.
I do that all the time. I'm so bad for it.
I know. I'm so bad at that.
The number of times I'll see someone like, oh yeah, you, I know you. Wait, I'm not following you. What?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so mean. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so those of you who don't know me, hello. I am Darla. I'm a digital artist. And I'm now going to be a chibi for a second, and I'm gonna actually explode. I've been having to switch to chibi all night. It's bonkers. But yeah, I play a lot of indie games. I'm a variety streamer, but I play a lot of indie games. And I play a lot of D&D as well. And I'm here with Helm, who's going to talk about Helm.
I'm Hamilton, the perfectly normal robot maid who is attempting something resembling art today. I do a lot of card games and RPGs, and I'm just here to try and learn something today.
Yay! No worries. So excited to catch you guys. I love using Firewall Packet for animations. We were just talking about animations. That's crazy. Chibi was supposed to be on pause. It's fine. It's okay. But yeah, with the different layers, you can have it be as complicated as you want, so you don't have to worry about like having everything be on a single layer, like all the shading and coloring and all that stuff. It can all be on different. It can all be in folders, and that'll be an individual frame. You can also. If you press settings and you go to the layer property, first of all, you can name it. Do I? No. But you can have it display for a certain number of frames. So I have it for 1, but let's say I have it set for 8. It'll say folder 2, 8 frames. And then when I go to autoplay, it'll pause and then do bonk, bonk.
I see.
Bonk. And you can play around with that as much as you want. So instead of like copy pasting a layer multiple times, so that you're able to like imitate that, you just have it display for a certain number of frames, which is really cool. You can either double click or you can press the settings cog, but they both do literally the exact same thing. Glad not naming layers is not layering layers or naming layers. It's a universal experience. Cause I'm an artist of the people. I'm everybody's artist.
I mean, it's not like you're ever going to forget what the layers do, right?
Yeah, no. Definitely not. I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. That's bonkers.
I have a small question, Darla.
Yeah.
Is there a way when you're drawing using the brush tool to make it less opaque?
Yes! So there's let me erase all of this for a sec. There's the opacity. So different pens will do different things. So like with the pencil tool, it already inherently does that based on pressure. Black is easier to demonstrate that with. I'm trying to pick one that doesn't have stabilizer. But yeah, so if I'm not pressing very lightly, it'll do that. But if I'm pressing hard, it'll do that. But if you're doing something like with the normal pen, it'll be it'll have consistent opacity. But over here, this second bar, the first one is for brush size, and the second one is for opacity. But you can also, you can just do, you can do it however you want, and then you could just go to opacity in the layer and then lower the whole thing. The reason I do that most of the time is so if I'm like, let's say I'm trying to fill something in and have it be kind of sheer, and then I start filling it in, and then I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta go over it again. Oh man, that thing layered and it's so annoying. So I'll keep it at 100, and then I'll just have the whole layer be lowered so that if it won't overlap. And it to me it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and so I don't like it. But those are the two different ways of doing that.
I see.
It's super neat. It's super cool. You can also go into the settings of a pen. So if you like, you can either double click a pen or the cog. Same thing with the layer settings. You can you can play around with all of this stuff as well. You don't really need to, because there are so many pens after.
Right.
Sorry. There are so many pens that, like, there's always going to be something that does something that you want. But you can, this one does size by pressure, and then there's opacity by pressure, which is the pencil tool. But size by pressure will let you have it, well, I guess it's not working. If it did, it would be the same thing in that, like, in the tablet app, in the setting where it has, like, the pen pressure test thing.
Right.
Oh, it's because I didn't have the minimum width turned down. So if I have the minimum width turned down, it will work, and then I push it down. But there are so many pens for that I just don't bother. There's one called tip of hair pen that I think is really cool. Tip of hair. It'll taper. It'll manually taper or automatically taper the side. So instead of doing, there's also screen tone. I like this one. But what I do as well is I just do this, and then I just like shave off the end. But that does the exact same thing. You can change the opacity later on? Wait, how? Bro, what? Teaching me something?
I'll have to try and get that one that you showed off, that tip of hair one, because I don't seem to have that one by default. That looks really good.
Oh yeah, no, that one's in the store. I just discovered something though. There's a thing there's an eraser thing where it says all layers.
Oh.
So like, let's say, so if I have this on one layer, and then I have this on the second layer, I can either just erase the red, or if I press all layers, it'll erase both.
Oh.
Y'all, I literally discovered this in real time. I was like, what does that thing do? And then it'll erase. That's so cool. Oh my god. That's good. That's so helpful. That's actually so helpful. Holy shit. The opacity layer on the side you showed us for the brushes. What? Oh, you mean this? You mean this thing? Or do you mean something different? Oh my god. Guys, we're learning so many new things. That's so crazy. Hang on.
I'm just sitting here like toying with these brushes. This is literally sorcery tonight.
Let's look at helm view. Oh my god, why'd you draw an Among Us?
You've got always have an Among Us in there somewhere.
What? It's not like, but no, I hate Among Us. I hate Among Us so much. It's like the, hang on. Let me do my fucking bit. Wait. Oh my god, I hate Among Us so much. It's like the worst thing ever. It's like the worst thing. I just commented a bunch of my Among Us emotes. Helm is so good, Leon. Oh my god. Also, hi, Leon. Frog the Jam, am I right, Helm? Frog the Jam.
You always have to accept Frog the Jam. He is my boy. He will be there for me always.
Frog the
I can't
Jam.
him very well.
Me when I frog my jam.
Ayo?
Ayo.
I'm sorry, what?
I just exactly what I said. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Me when I.
I know, this is the world we live in now.
Who out here frogging on their jams? I don't know what this means. What does that mean?
What, Frog the Jam?
Yeah.
That's just the guy's name. So this monster here, the frog monster is called Frog the Jam. And
I thought you invented him. Oh my god.
no, I wish I could invent him. I'm nowhere near good enough to. But Frog the Jam, the entire like meme of Frog the Jam is the original. So, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh obviously is originally, you know, Japanese game, yeah. Oops. Japanese card game. And in the Japanese version of the game, he was called Keru Suraimu, which translates to basically frog slime.
Okay.
When they decided they were going to bring it over to, you know, the good old US of A, you know, with this really poorly drawn flag in like 2 femtoseconds. Yeah, that's close enough.
Is this how every British person sees the US?
No, we see it far worse. I'm actually trying to do a flattering caricature here.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, continue.
But they called him Frog the Jam. Later, however, in Japan, they decided they wanted to make a group of frog cards. And these cards all contained the word Geiru. Now, you may notice that Geiru and Keiru are different words. I don't think there's like a significant difference between what they directly mean. I'm not good at Japanese. But the result of this means that there's now a bunch of cards that are frog cards that can't work with Frog the Jam because Frog the Jam is not Geiru, it's Keiru. As a result of this, for many, many years, any card in the frog archetype of Yu-Gi-Oh! Had to contain the text, except Frog the Jam. So it would say something like, summon a frog monster from your deck, except Frog the Jam.
Fuck Frog the Jam then, I guess.
This went on for so long until eventually they decided, okay, enough is enough, we're just going to rename him, and they called him Slime Toad. Barf. Awful name. Frog the Jam is clearly the superior name.
Why don't they just not exclude Frog the Jam?
That's the funny part. There would be no harm in them doing so.
Yeah, or they could just be like, including Frog the Jam.
Yeah, like Frog the Jam wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's a bad card, objectively. Like, he doesn't do anything. But he's just very funny. And I've kind of made it my mission to, where most people would say, you know, accept Frog the Jam. I'm all about...
Accept Frog the
Jam.
Accept Frog the... Have you guys accepted Frog the Jam into your hearts today? Have you accepted our Lord and Savior Frog the Jam into your hearts today? Frog the Jam
can accept Frog the Jam.
Yeah. There is no slime toad in Bossing Say. Oh, wait, every time I hear this theme, I can only think of the crying... You gotta send me that crying seal, because I don't know what you're talking about. It's the one that goes like... Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, when you said crying seal, I was thinking something very different.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking about how seals go blag.
What?
Have you never heard what a seal sounds like?
No, not like that.
Yeah, they go blag. I'm not joking with you. I'm not.
What? You have 10 copies of Frog the Jam. Can I steal one from you?
I have. How many have I got?
I just want one Frog the Jam card.
I have 9. I have 3 of the English print and 6 of the Japanese print.
Are there like shinies where everything is exactly the same, but it's like a purple frog, or it's like a slightly slimier frog?
So it's not. There are shinies, but not in the Pokemon sense. It's the sense that the background is like shiny. It's like a hollow.
Oh, that's so cool.
And funnily enough, like the first printing of Frog the Jam is a hollow. There's actually more printings of him as a shiny card than as a non-shiny card.
Real? You know what? That's iconic.
Yeah.
Frog the Gem is just iconic as hell. Alright, we are at the 2-hour mark. So I think we're gonna put another poll. Not a poll, an ad. Really quick. 2.10.0 in the stream. Chibi mode is being redeemed. Oh man. Not if I turn it off first. You never know. Anyway, we're gonna take another really quick break. just for a few minutes. I'm gonna get some water. I'm not sure. Bottle. Do you say that? Do you say a bottle of water?
I actually do. My accent is actually the exact accent that does say bottle of water without even trying.
That's iconic. Okay.
I have the actual bottle of water accent.
I'm gonna get a bowl of water, as Helm would say and is currently saying. Do something to take care of yourselves, guys. We'll be right back. We'll be right back after these messages.
After these messages.
for a third time.
We got our
Again.
third bird, finally.
Hello. So now we've gone through. Boo! Oh, you don't scare me. What the heck? It's messed up. Why would you do that? I believe we've gone over. We've gone over pretty much everything.
I think so. I mean, you've been like really helpful in like teaching everything
yeah.
so far. I would never have gotten this far on my own.
Ooh, we can go over filters really quick, and then we can go into the questions. Which, guys, we have a Google form. If you'd like to check it out, if you'd like to ask us any questions about anything art related. But yeah, so if you go into the filters tab, there's a few. So levels and hue are basically the same thing, except levels, it kind of, well, I don't really think it does much with the, let's try with a different color. It lets you adjust stuff from here. Like the input and output, it'll affect it that way. But there's also the brightness and contrast. Self-explanatory. Brightness is brightness. Contrast is contrast. And then hue will let you mess with the hue, of course, which I find really helpful a lot of the time. And then it also lets you play around with the saturation and the brightness of like an entire layer.
I see.
And then tone curve, it plays around, like, you know, like the whole RGB thing?
Yeah.
It lets you do that. Like, it lets you manually, like, oh, I want more red. I want less blue. Which, it doesn't really help. Well, here, you add more blue, and it makes it more blue. And then more green, and it makes it...
So, like, if you wanted to have the whole image have, like, a kind of purpley mood to it, that's the way you could do that.
Yeah, that is... Yeah. Or you can make another layer, fill it with purple, and then just have it do a blending thing. But this is also a more, like... I don't want to... It's a different way of doing it. I don't know if it's, like... It's more destructive because you're messing with the colors of the thing itself versus, like, putting something on top.
Right.
But yeah, it makes things more purpley. Posterization... You know what? I'm not really sure what this does. It's doing whatever this is. I don't know, man. But I haven't played around with that one. But and the gradation map just lets you do a gradient within the layer.
I see.
Like what's it called? Like you can basically just like apply a gradient to a piece. I knocked over a clothespin. Like you apply a gradient to something, like a color palette almost, where it'll like add it to it, if that makes sense.
I getcha.
Yeah, okay. And then the ones that I use the most, chromatic operation I don't really use. Chromatic aberration does that like offset thing. You know that like glitchy offset thing?
Oh yes. I know what you mean.
It does, yeah, it does that. And then Gaussian blur makes it blur. You can turn the preview on and off so that you can see the difference between what you're doing. And then the motion blur, you pick the direction that it moves from and the intensity. So you can have it be up and down, and then you can do the same thing where you turn the preview on and off.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't used that nearly as much as I should. And then the lens blur is just like a different kind of blur, but it's like in a circle. BRB refreshing right quick, then ready to take notes. Hell yeah! Though the ones that, okay, and then there's mosaic, which just makes something 8-bit. But you can you can make it as bitty as you want.
I see.
Yeah, and then
like fake pixel art.
yeah, fake pixel art, exactly. Extracting lines, I don't know. I don't know. I don't quite know what this does, but it made this one black and white for some reason. You extract the lines from it. So, oh, I guess a good example is like, let's say I have like, let's say I find something and I have this, and then this is the line art. And then I want to extract the lines. It'll kind of like just isolate the lines, I guess. I haven't played around with that one either. But
That's all good.
and then, but the one that I use the most are noise, which noise is just like static. Where it makes it all staticky. But there's also cloud and sand. So cloud and sand, it'll base it off of the two colors that are in your color thing. So right now mine are black and like this weird, let's make it black and red for our example. So these two colors, like black and red, whether the black or the red are in front is also gonna determine the result, but the cloud, it does something like this, and it bases it off of the two colors that you have. So I have the black and red, but if I do red and black, it'll be kind of similar, but also kind of different. And then sand will do this, where it's kind of like cloud, but it's more, a little more grainy. And then Japanese pattern, it lets you pick from like all of these, which I have not played around with, but there's a lot of them. There are lines.
I find that it's just called Japanese pattern.
It's just called Japanese pattern.
It's fine. It's just quite funny that I just called it that.
Yeah, and then you can play around with the size and like the angle and whether it's transparent behind the other filter that I did. And then you can do different colors, and you can swap the colors so that it's inverted. But yeah, those are all the filters. There's, ooh, concentrated lines. Oh, that's fun. Concentrated line is like the shock lines that we were talking about before.
Oh yeah, the motion lines. Yeah.
The motion line, yeah. And then you can also like play around with where they are. And then there's also, let's see what the other ones do. There's line parallel, which will do the same thing, but except off to the side. I gotta explore my art programs more often. And then sea urchin flash is whatever the fuck this is, man. That's crazy. Okay.
Like motion lines with like a ring.
Like, yeah. Like the ring? What? And then... oh, yeah. And then if you're making something that you plan on printing, you want to export it as CMYK instead of as normal.
Right, yeah, for the color.
Because it bases it off of the, like, the printer colors. And yeah. Oh, God. This is the last chibi mode of the night, guys. I'm turning it off after this. Oh. But yeah, we did have a few of you guys ask some questions, and we are gonna answer them to the best of our abilities for you. Also, hi Bendy over on YouTube. I was trying to finish my yap. It's my apologies. But yeah, so if you guys would like to check that out, I just pinned it in the Twitch chat. And those of you on YouTube, it is one of the most recent messages if you'd like to check that out. And yeah, our first question is, what kind of drawing tablet do you use? I use the, both of us use the Galmon, but I use the M10K Pro, and Helm uses the M10K. It's $50 on Amazon. I'm finding the website for you guys.
We still can't tell what the difference is between the pro and the non-pro either.
Yeah, no, there's genuinely no difference. This one, it has some nibs, it has a glove. This is the one that I have. You get 3% off your entire order, apparently. Enter your email address and get 3% off.
Man, that's crazy.
That's so...
it's like, what, 5 cents?
Something like, probably. You can plug it into your phone. You can,
you plug it into your phone? I didn't even realize that.
there's
I didn't
like
think of
some
doing
kind of there's some kind of attachment, like some kind of plug-in that lets you plug it into your phone, like a not a dongle, but like an adapter. Like, see, it's a little dongle. You'll see in a second. And it's battery free. Oh yeah, and then my two it has 2 button keys on the pen. I use the one that's closer to the tip, I use for the hand tool. And then the one that's further away, the bigger one, I use for undo.
That was one of the few things I did set up ahead of time when I tested this like on Photoshop trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Bit of a mistake because Photoshop was a lot harder to use than this. But
yeah,
putting undo on one of the buttons was one of the first things I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that immediately. I'm gonna need that a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it comes with the tablet, the pen, nibs, and a nib clip. I lost all my nibs because I got this shit like 4 years ago. A nib pack, lost it. Pen case, also don't have. And then the USB cable and the guide. It has good reviews here. I've seen a lot of good reviews on the on Amazon as well. I really love Galmon. Galmon sponsor me. Let's see the other ones that they have. They have ones that are, I know we were asked if there were any $20 options. This one is $30. I don't know that there's any for $20. This one, I think this one's more expensive because it's, well, first of all, it's colored and it has, I think it's wireless as well. But this one looks pretty neat. I like the minty color.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, let me share. Let me make sure I'm sharing to you. I'll just.
Fine. I'm watching. I'm watching the stream.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm doing it anyway. Okay.
Hey, Mommy, I'm just applying what you've taught me here.
I might want to buy a pack of Galmon Art Paint AP40. Is that just the pen? The pen is like $27? Oh, this one's rechargeable. This is a different pen.
Ah. Right, why would you need it? I guess yeah, it has to be a different pen because this one doesn't use batteries, does it?
Yeah. This one is 20. The one for the M10K. And they have a bunch of accessories. Pack of 20 nibs is $10. Oh my god.
$20 for well, I suppose 50p or 50 cent a nib. Yeah, I guess it's not.
Did you just go British on me?
Yes.
Bro, that's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
on my Christian Minecraft server? What the hell, man?
I can't help it, okay? I was built this way.
It's okay.
I was coded this way. It's like a bug that there's not a known patch for it yet.
I accept you as you are. Don't worry. Let's see. Are you sure it's not the M10K Pro? Because I haven't found an M10K.
Well, the box that I have doesn't say Pro, but maybe it is.
Perchance.
Hold on, I kept all my bits there. The manual just says M10K 2018 version. Oh my god.
LMAO.
I mean, it works.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty timeless. I've had this one since like 2021.
Maybe that's maybe they just kind of like combined them into the generic.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe it's like the revision. Maybe that's what they did.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the tablet that we have. It's like $60. They have ones with displays and without. I like mine without because I like looking up at my laptop, or not my laptop. I like looking up at my screen anyway. It's definitely a little bit of an adjustment because you're not looking down at what you're drawing. But once you're used to it, you're set. Once you're used to it, you're used to it. But yeah, I might do some doodles while we answer some questions.
Yeah.
So
that never happens.
What? What? I keep doing the Lin-Manuel Miranda. You know when he goes like, what? You know what I'm talking about?
I I don't. I might be too British to catch that reference. I do apologize.
Maybe, perchance. It's okay. I forgive you. Ooh. How can someone develop their own art style? That's a really good question. I'm gonna say my take, and then you can say your take on how you like developed your art style.
Okay, mine's gonna be way more embarrassing, but go ahead.
There are two ways of doing it. It's like when you can base your art off of things that you like, and like source materials that you like. Like when I first started drawing, I was binging My Hero. So I started to draw their like their eyes and like their faces. How tall are you?
I'm sorry?
How tall are you? I forgot. I didn't ask. I don't know how I could forget. But how tall are you?
About 5'6".
Oh my god, I'm 5'6". Anyway,
whether you count the antennas on or not.
we'll call it 5'6". I'm 5'6" too. Oh hell yeah. But anyway, sorry. So I started to like consciously be like, oh yeah, I love how they do, like when they do their pupils, they have it white in the middle and then they have black on top and then they have their eye color on the bottom. I really like that. I'm gonna start doing that. Or there's the subconscious way of doing it where you don't realize you're doing it until it's too late. But yeah, so I did accidentally make a Pokeball. LMAO. But yeah, so that's how I did it. Or like with Soul Eater, I really liked the way that they did their noses kind of like that, where it was kind of like a triangle kind of shape, and I thought that was really cool. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing this, and then I did. So then, so I would start by looking at a source material that you like, or like a way that you would want, like a style that you would want for your piece, like your art. Like, do you want it to be more sketchy? Do you want it to be more like watercolor like? Do you want your shading to be, like, what do you want to prioritize? Because for me, I didn't like line art. So I just didn't do it. So I just, like, I would start with a sketch, and then I would do this kind of thing where I just kind of like carve it out with an eraser, or just like keep drawing on top of it. And then I would just keep going with that until I had the quote unquote line art that I wanted, but it was really just like a super refined sketch. And there are no rules in that. Like, you don't have to do shading, you don't have to do line art, but decide, like, would your favorite part be the rendering and the lighting, and do you want to focus on that a lot? Do you want to focus on line art? Do you want it to be really sketchy and like abstract, or do you want it to be minimal and stuff like that? So like decide what you want your priorities to be in that sense, and find things for inspiration that would help you out in that sense. And then eventually, as you start consuming content that you like, you'll just kind of start subconsciously doing it, where you're like, oh yeah, I like this character, so I'm gonna start like drawing like this in this style, and it just kind of becomes your style. It kind of, what's the word, osmosizes? It osmosises into your brain hole, and the next thing you know, you're doodling. But that's how it worked for me.
See, my one is far less deep. So I've actually I've had like exactly zero art teaching in my entire life. I've never like taken an art course or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted to when I was back in school. Unfortunately, the art class and the IT class were at the same time.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I was always going to want to do IT, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm not doing art class.
Oh man.
Yeah. So the way I taught myself, taught might be a strong word here, but okay, Darla, I need you to promise me you're not going to judge me too hard for this.
Okay.
So you don't really see them much these days, but you know those old books that are like how to draw manga?
Dude! You use those?
did.
Oh my god, I had those, and I had one, and I just never picked it up.
I literally just like bought like a few of those and just sat down and just like started drawing, and I just kept drawing until eventually something remotely passable happened.
You know what? That's so real. That, like, following tutorials and things, or just like looking at stuff that you like and being like, I want to do this, and then you do it. That's like, that's the dream.
It worked for me because like I'm someone that's kind of, I like unambiguous instructions. I know it sounds like weird to as like a thing to like, but like I do model kits, like Gundam kits, and with the Gundam kits, they are basically, when you think about it, just IKEA furniture that has, you know, robots instead of, you know, shelves.
Yeah, tiny robot IKEA furniture. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just kind of, I like that. So having like something that's like, okay, to draw, first do this, then do this, and once you learn the rules of the drawing, then you can start to kind of go off the script. That's what works for me.
A lot of art, like technical art stuff, in terms of like how to find a good color for shading. It's a lot of like once you learn the rules, then you learn how to break them. You know. Also, hi Theo, welcome in. You kind of learn how to break the rules correctly, quote unquote, because of course there's no wrong way to do something, but there are ways to do things that will make something look more aesthetic or more to like what you're imagining, like what you're wanting it to be, you know. So that's why I like those tutorials.
Of learning it.
Yeah.
You've reminded me, actually, I did take exactly one art class when I was in university.
Liar! I'm just kidding.
So I did exactly one because the course I was on was kind of part IT, part English, part art. I say also a bit of music. Basically, it was a course that was kind of designed around computer games, you know, so things that were useful in computer gaming, you know.
Yeah.
And for one of the classes, I could have either taken a music course, or more likely a sound design course, or an art course. And I thought, you know what? I'll try the sound design one because I don't have that skill, and I feel like that'd be a good skill to pick up.
Yeah.
Went there, and within the first couple of weeks, it was very apparent that, like, they expected you to have more background than me and my friend from the same class had, you know? And, yeah, that's fair enough. You know, we're in university. It's not unreasonable to expect that.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, maybe I'll go do the art class instead. Went to the art class, and we sat down. And I can't remember what we were told to draw. It was a very boring subject matter. It wasn't even like a person. It was like a door or something, like really uninspiring. And the guy's like, okay, just draw this door to start with. Now, bearing in mind, here's me with my how to draw manga background, you know. And so I'm doing all the things that you get taught in there, you know, doing all the construction lines and whatnot. And the guy comes around, he looks at what I'm doing, and he says, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, what do you mean we're not doing that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we're not drawing like that. I'm like, bruh, you're dead ass coming around and saying I'm drawing wrong when you just sat us down and said draw. And I'm like, you know what?
No, we're not drawing that. But the we're not drawing that is crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Like I was like, I didn't even sit through the whole class. I left at the first break. I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back yet.
Real, as you should.
I'm not gonna act like I'm a great artist, but I am gonna act like you don't tell someone you're drawing wrong. If you're getting the results you want, you're drawing right.
Yeah, and even so, like, even if he did think you were drawing wrong, he should have told you, oh, we're not gonna do that, we're actually using this technique, or we're actually, like, you should try, this is what we're going to be learning how to do. And it's the first fucking class, like, what?
Like, propose an alternative, don't just say you're doing it wrong.
That's
like,
always one of my pet peeves. That's always a pet peeve of mine when someone, like, is always complaining about something and always has a problem and won't offer up a solution. They're like, I think this is bad. Okay, well, how do you think it's bad? I don't know, I just think it's bad. Like, dude.
Yeah. It's not quite a solution, but it's that same thing where, okay, this is maybe like a bit of a niche thing, but I quite like having like friendly debates with people when it comes to like games and stuff that they like or dislike, you know? If I like something and someone dislikes it, I'm often quite interested to hear their opinion. Because, you know, they can help broaden your horizon and such. And similarly, I kind of like having like debates with people when I dislike something and they like it. Why do they like it? Have I missed something about it? You know?
Yeah, that might make you want to like invest the time into like hearing them out and being like, oh, well, maybe I should like watch that thing again.
Yeah, or maybe it's just like you know, sometimes it could be like, okay, you heard about, okay, they like this about it. Well, that is a specific thing I dislike about it. It's not for me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And in that vein, there's few things more frustrating when you say to someone, okay, what do you like about this? And like, I don't know, I just like it. And it's like, I get ya, but that's not helpful.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable, but when like the object of the conversation is for like me to convince you to watch this thing, I'd be like, hey, there's this show that I recently started watching that I really think you'd like. Oh, really? What's it about? I don't know. You just gotta watch it. Like, no, I don't think I will. Thank you, though.
I had an interesting thing recently, actually, about that phenomenon of like, you know, convincing people to watch things.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. A friend of mine told me about it, but apparently there is an observed like psychological thing where if someone tells you to watch a thing or you know, play a thing or whatever, and you don't, and you keep hearing about the thing, you are less likely to actually go and do the thing later.
You know what? That makes sense. That would piss me the fuck off. I don't know why. It would just keep reminding me of it, even if I'm not like actively trying to not. I'm not actively trying to like avoid it, you know. But like I keep hearing about it, you'd be like, okay, I get it. Jesus fuck. I'm not. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna. Just because you told me to.
I'm sure we can think of a few fandoms like that.
Oh my god, Helm, you're in Ghosty mode too. Whoa. New Helm form unlocked. That's crazy.
I guess the Helm Soul is confirmed. Well, that's good.
Helm Soul is confirmed. It could be a side effect of the Void, but we're gonna give it the benefit of the doubt.
Because I think I have finished my masterpiece here, Dom.
Let me see. Get jammed.
That's beautiful. I don't know. I just felt like you needed some text.
It just means get jammed. It means exactly what you want it to mean. It means get jammed. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yippee! Well, I'm going to say this is my first masterpiece.
First of many, most definitely.
Honestly, like, even just like with like the dabbling with this.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna actually show something. I'm gonna import into here or open into here. I'm gonna show you. What? So I'm quite happy with this result. Like, obviously, I could have spent a bit more time on it, but I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
Right. This is how the result I got. Trying a bit more focusedly, I would say, with doing it on Photoshop. And like, it's still okay. It's still not awful, but it's significantly less appealing than this, I think.
He does look. He looks a mite in pain.
Yeah, he does look like.
Maybe because he's not in the program he's used to. He's like, why am I not in my natural Photoshop habitat?
Oh yeah, like the brushes here are. It's astonishing. It
it's
really
so
is, like,
cool.
It almost. I say this as a joke. It almost feels like cheating.
No, of course. You know what would be cheating? Using AI, because AI art is bad and horrible, and I do not condone it. But anyway.
Well, Darla.
What?
So I'm a robot, right? Does that make this AI art, technically?
No. Because you didn't, like, put a prompt in. You did it. I don't... I'm trying to... Well, now I'm thinking of, like, the implication behind that. No, I'm gonna go with no.
Humanity is not prepared for the philosophical implications of intelligent robots.
Does not compute. Critical error. Hang on. Helm, can you send me a full body reference of your character of you for no reason at all?
For no reason at all. Absolutely no reason.
Do you think using AI to get drawing ideas is bad? I think if it's text-based, it might be like, hey, so what's something I could, like, what's a good pose for, well, no. I'm trying to think of, like, if it's a text-based response, I think it might be okay, but nothing image-based. I don't like anything image-based related to AI, where you're creating an image where a lot of the time it's meant to like replace the process of drawing it instead. But if you're like, hey, I want to draw something cute and involving a cat, give me ideas. And it's like, oh, you could draw a cat sitting in a tub of ice cream. Or you can draw a cat in a field. And it's just like giving you ideas. I think that's fine. But it's as long as it's like telling you and not showing you. And you're the one doing the work. Where you're just kind of like, I'm stumped. But I want to draw something really cute. What is the cutest hat you can think of to put on a cat? And then it'd be like, what about a little propeller hat? And you'd be like, great idea. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think, like, so obviously when it comes to AI, it's a very nuanced thing. The way I look at AI is, I think of it in terms of, like, if you're just goofing around and, like, using it like a toy, almost. That's one thing. It's obviously when you start, like, using it for anything, like, commercial, like, obviously not.
Like using Snapchat filters.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like, I figure that, like, as you said, like, trying to get ideas, I guess it could be, like, an argument for if you want to see how something might look conceptually, but even then, you're never going to get the AI to produce exactly what you have in your head.
Yeah, it's really, like, you can try that as much as you want, but it's really just not going to be as good as just trying it out on your own. AI stinky, yeah.
Like, the kind of AI images that I think are, like, largely fine are the kind of ones where it's, like, goofy shit, where you're not trying to generate something specifically, you're just kind of, like, doing it to see what the AI comes up with. Like, one of my friends recently was messing around with ChatGPT and saying, like, okay, ChatGPT, with what you know about me, what do you think I would look like as a kaiju? And it just, like, just to see what wild abomination it comes up with. Normally it's horrifying in, like, the most unintentional way.
Yeah, definitely. I wish AI could do my taxes. Did you know there's actually a dating sim where the girl, her name is Iris, and she does your taxes?
Really?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but I actually did my I did my taxes on Valentine's Day, actually. It was a complete coincidence, but I was like, you know what? I want to do my taxes. So I started doing my taxes. Using AI in the creative process feels antithetical to creativity. Yeah. Words. Why would you use antithetical on my Christian Minecraft server? That's too hard. That's too hard of a word. Why would you do this to me? But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about already. It is a good word, but it's also a big word, and therefore you're patronizing me. Ow! I feel patronized. And on International Women's Day too.
True.
That's actually crazy. Ow! That's actually.
I think that actually upgrades it from bullying to a hate crime, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. Happy Women's Day, by the way. Happy Women's Day to all, and to all a good Women's Day. Yes, it is today.
Probably one of my favorite genders.
I know, definitely in my top list. Definitely not doing something suspicious at all. Definitely not. Don't look at my screen.
Can't imagine why you would be doing anything suspicious, Darla. Why would you ever do anything suspicious?
What? I don't know. No particular reason. Let's see if this will work if I center it. Yay!
Oh, me now, actually. I still need to get around to playing Vtuber at some point.
Oh my god, you have to. It's so good. Personally, I'm waiting.
I just never got around to Deltarune for some reason.
Did you do both Undertale routes? Or technically 3, 4.
I didn't do the genocide route, but I watched it, so like, you know. I did it vicariously through someone else.
Yeah. Did you do the what's it called? Did you do the true pacifist or just the regular?
There's a difference?
Basically, the true pacifist is a little longer, and it covers like some more stuff. You like, did you go like underground into like the lab and stuff?
Yeah, I did all that part.
Yeah, then I believe you did. But yeah, I accidentally did like a super long stream because I I didn't realize how long it was gonna be. And I was just like, okay guys, we're just gonna keep going until we finish. And it ended up being like another 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I had already been streaming for 2 hours at that point.
I feel like every RPG is like that. Like the end of every RPG, you sit down and you think, okay, I'm gonna just play a bit more, and then like you end up spending hours and hours and hours on it eventually.
Yeah, you're always just like a little longer. It's just gonna be a little longer, and then it's like 3 hours later.
I think every single Persona game I've ever played has been like that, where like I sit down and like the last dungeon or so takes me like 8 hours, and I go to bed at like, okay, this sounds worse than it is, but I go to bed at like 7 in the morning. It
Jesus!
sounds worse than it is.
That sounds bad.
It does, but it's worse when you consider I normally go to bed between about like 6 and 5.
Dude. That's very silly. You're very silly, Goofy.
I can't help it. I'm secretly EST.
I was gonna say, like, you do have a lot of, like, American friends, presumably, so, like, it makes sense.
Yeah,
like that
most
tracks.
of my friends locally, their scheduling doesn't line up with mine and wouldn't even if I did go to bed at a normal time, so...
Mm-hmm, fair
I
enough.
kind of see it like once or twice a year when the stars align.
When the stars align. The first time I played I cried the first time I played Undertale because I thought I killed someone on accident. That would kill me. I don't think I'd be able to recover from that. If I were trying to do like a pacifist route and I accidentally killed someone, oh my god. That would be horrible. Because it ruins the whole run. You're just like, god damn it, I have to start all over now.
The worst offender for that kind of run. So I don't actually know how familiar you are with the series. How much of the Final Fantasy series do you know about?
I know virtually nothing. I have been compared to Sephiroth because of my bangs.
You know, I can see it actually. I can see the bangs.
And that's all I know, because that was like when I was first redesigning myself, because I came to a realization, a really weird realization, that almost like every anime character or VTuber has bangs. Like maybe 10% of VTubers don't have bangs. And I don't know why. Excluding like people with short enough hair to where they're not physically able to have bangs. But like nothing. I've seen like a handful of characters without bangs. So I was like, you know what? People keep drawing me with bangs. I might as well just give myself bangs. And then I like posted a little teaser onto my Discord, and they were like, oh my god, Sephiroth, is that you? And I was like, oh god.
I mean, as far as characters to be compared to go, Sephiroth isn't the worst.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a good character to be compared to. He does look cool.
Yeah. I've actually forgotten what my point was. I asked you that now.
Ooh, I did watch a fire show at a convention where every year they had a fire show. You know, like sword swallowing, like fire sword tossing.
Oh, okay.
Like that kind of thing. But it's like a 30-minute show, and it has like a bunch, and it goes over like the whole plot, and it has like a bunch of different songs.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's super cool. Were you able to retrieve the point?
I'm trying to find it. I can't remember why I had something I was going to bring up, and I can't remember what it was now.
Oh no.
I told you, memory like a sieve, I swear.
I'm gonna use that, memory like a sieve. That's so funny.
I don't know where I got that one from either. I picked it up from somewhere.
I thought you made it up.
No, I'm nowhere near that clever.
Damn.
I have a lot of like, what's the word? I have a lot of sayings I'm aware of, but I have no idea where I got them from.
No, that's so real. Everyone's... What's it called? I don't know. It's basically just telling about how your like personality and your like who you are is just like an amalgamation of your experiences and those you've interacted with and stuff, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a nice like succinct phrase for it, but I cannot think of it off the top of my head.
I actually had that realization recently of there's a YouTuber I follow who does like Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I recently became very consciously aware of the fact that I've started adopting a lot of his mannerisms in my speech completely like unintentionally.
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
it's like, once you realize that you want to be consciously aware and stop doing it, but at the same time, like, your brain doesn't work that way, so you can't.
Yeah, I have like so many little like isms that just kind of encapsulate everything. I'm like a fucking, like, you know those dolls that you squeeze and they have like 4 different phrases? That's
I know what you mean.
That's basically me at any given point, where I'll just like, I have like my little phrase of the week where I'll just say something completely random, and then it'll be another thing the next week. I'll pick up on something and I won't be able to stop. Like, oh my god. I said when I was visiting some friends in a different state, and it was the first time I'd known them online for like 2 years, and the first I was supposed to be there for a week. The first night that I was there, one of my friends goes, what the Sigma? This was in like June, so this was still kind of topical, and I was like, oh, ha, funny, like completely satirical, and then I could not stop saying it. Completely unironically, I would just go, what the Sigma? And I just could not stop, and I've not stopped to this day. I've tried consciously. I've tried replacing it with a lesser evil. It just has not worked, and I'm just like, oh god. Oh, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
I think the one that for me that you've seen me do this one a few times, which is the I don't know where it came from, but somehow I just suddenly started doing these nut strokes all the time, and now I can't stop, and it's just like a core part of my personality at this point.
It's probably from me, my bad.
I don't even know where it started. That's the weird thing. I have no idea.
It was probably, I'm gonna be so real, I think it was from me. I do a lot of these nuts jokes and a lot of your mom jokes as well. But like for literally like 2 years I've been making your mom jokes. It's not funny anymore, but I was actually this close to getting like a tapestry. Like, you know those, like, have you seen those? It's like a big flag and it'll say something really funny. Like it'll have like one that, like, off the top of my head, it could be like a lesbian flag with House from House MD on it, and it's just really big and people just have it on their walls. It's really popular in like college dorms. Or it would be like the American flag and then Guy Fieri on the front, or like, I don't know. I have a pillowcase, but this could also be a tapestry where it's like a bunch of pink and pastels, and it's like a bunch of sparkles in the background, and then it has Pitbull, and it says, like, live, laugh, love, or something like that. Like shit like that.
Mismatched.
Yeah, I wanted to get one of those that just said, it looked like a university logo, but it said University of Your Mom. Yeah. Also, hi, Decline. Hello. I haven't seen House, actually. I have friends who are obsessed with it and love it a lot. So that's how I know about it, but also through TikTok clips.
It's funny because I know of House. You know, I've not seen it myself, but it's funny to me because everyone knows Hugh Laurie from House.
Yeah.
I actually know of him from a different series, a different show called Blackadder, which is a Britcom. And it's essentially, how do I describe it? It's essentially a historical comedy set in different time periods. Like the first one's set in like medieval ages.
Okay.
Second one's during like Victorian times. And he's in that in like every season of it pretty much. And it's really weird to me because a lot of people are like, wow, I didn't realize Hugh Laurie was actually British. And I'm like, I didn't realize Hugh Laurie could do such a good American accent.
Wait, he's British?
He's British. His accent is complete. Yeah, you can find videos. It is completely fake. He does not. That is just a really good American accent.
That's bonkers. That's actually hilarious,
though. Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? My first thought, for some reason, he would make a really good Doctor Who.
Oh, I think he would actually.
I don't know why.
Are you big into the Doctor Who?
No. I know of it. I've seen a lot of clips. I really want to get into it. I had my friend spent like a full hour explaining. Oh no, we're in jail now. I made the fatal error of asking, wait, so how many doctors are there? Wait.
Oh no.
But there's only one. What's a war doctor? I thought it was just one per season. What do you mean there was a doctor that was only there for 3 episodes? Yeah, no,
there's
absolutely.
a doctor that was only in there. That was only there for like 10 minutes.
Which one?
So we have a. There's a once. I think it's once a year. Charity event over here called Children in Need, and they do like lots of skits and things. And they did a special Doctor Who skit just for this event called Doctor Who, and I think it's called like the Curse of Evil Death, like a deliberately ridiculous name. And
okay.
In that, the Doctor dies and what's the word? Regenerates like 12 times in like a minute as a part of like an extended gag.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite good. Which was also technically the first female Doctor as well.
Oh,
because again, it's for
whoa.
the gag bit, so it was only for like 10 seconds, but still.
Yeah. Though, I mean, the thing about Doctor Who is that it uses... This is what I heard, that it uses like so much licensed material, or like it's not technically copyrighted, to where technically everything is canon and also nothing is canon. That there isn't like a quote-unquote true canon.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing for like something like Doctor Who, where you can play around with the what's the word, like the canon, as you say.
Yeah, because it's kind of a weird gray area because they use so many licensed materials. I don't know. That's what I heard.
The thing to bear in mind with it is that it is owned by the BBC, and the BBC do own the rights for like not everything, but like an awful lot of stuff. Like if something exists and was on TV, there's a decent chance the BBC has the rights to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Is that the middle? I'm gonna call that the middle. I'll call it a day. Okay. Most of the show is fully canon. Fully canon to your mom. Anyway. Oh wait, we also have more questions.
Oh yeah, we just got waffling.
Oh yeah. How do you keep yourself encouraged or interested in a piece? Don't be afraid to scrap things. If you're not interested and you don't want to do it anymore, don't be afraid to just not do it. Like, it could just be like, if it's a matter of you just don't like what you're making and you don't think it looks good, just try again. You can always just erase it, start all over. If you feel like just like trying to continue to work on the same thing is just moot, then you just work on something on it. Just put it down, get back to it later. But I don't really like to encourage, like, mostly for me, because I don't like to try and force myself to be interested in a piece unless it's like a commission or something that like I have to do. If it's just for funsies, if I don't like it, I just won't do it, because that is a leading cause of burnout, and it's a very easy way to just stop having fun with the art itself altogether. But if you absolutely need to stay interested in something, I would try, like, if the reason is, oh man, I really want to get to the coloring, but I just really don't want to do this line art right now, try skipping a step. Try, like, conceptualizing what you want the coloring to be. Try, like, if you're at a point where, like, you are able to do the coloring and it, like, looks fine, if you don't do the line art yet, like, you're able to conceptualize it without, like, completing all of it, jump to a different step. Try and work on a different part of the piece and kind of refresh your brain a little bit until you want to, like, circle back to that thing, so you're not, like, dreading it. So it's not just like a means to an end to get to the next step, you know? But I want to know what you would do, Helm. I'm curious.
Well, I honestly agree with what you said entirely. I think that being able to learn to put something down and step away from it when it's not fun anymore is a very important skill to learn, and one that I wish I had learned many, many years ago. And this applies to, like, not just art, like anything. My big example for this I took far too long to figure out was, of all things, a gacha game.
Oh my god, which gacha game?
Yeah, it was Fate Grand Order.
Okay.
So, I was playing that game for probably about 2 or 3 years, maybe a bit longer actually.
Whoa.
And yeah, it was like my thing for a while. Like every day would be, Fate Grand Order, log in, get your bonuses, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was, I had that realization after a while that I'm not playing this because it's fun. I'm playing this because I have to. Because if I don't log in, I'm gonna not get my bonuses, and it's like, well, that's not good for me that I'm playing it for that reason,
Yeah.
And I think like learning when something's not fun anymore and stepping away is like a skill that I think everyone should develop at some point. And also like remind yourself why you're doing things. Like you're doing art, you're doing whatever hobby because you enjoyed it.
Streaming.
Are you still enjoying it in the same way, or has that changed?
Yeah.
Are you still enjoying the hobby, or are you just doing it because it's become a habit and now you can't stop? And I think it's quite important to do that, to be able to make that step away if you are at that point. Sometimes like a break is all you need. Sometimes a break is also good.
Absolutely.
Coming back with something with a fresh pair of eyes can be, sometimes it's what you need.
Hell yeah. Are we using Firefox? Helmy uses Firefox. I use Opera. The sponsor of today's stream. Which is a bit that I do literally every single time I mention Opera, I always say sponsor of today's stream, but not really, since I'm actually on stream for legal purposes. I'm the same when it comes to Final Fantasy 14. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's like a meme that is like a long copy pasta about FF14, and I like to kind of lean into that meme every time it comes up on stream, and then I'll be like hashtag not spawn, hashtag could be spawn, call me Square Enix. Hashtag sponsor me pretty please with cherries on top, I beg. Hashtag I am at your door, please open the door, I want you to sponsor me very bad. Hashtag I am holding your goldfish hostage, sponsor me or else. Do I take requests? I'm not at the moment like on stream, but I do have commissions open. If you look in my bio, in the description, if you go to my socials, I have a VGen, Darla Doodles, if you'd like to check me out over there if you're interested in a commission. But I'm not doing free requests right now because I have a mission to finish this one. Meow. Okay, what do we got? How do I not feel bad when telling someone I'm commissioning that I want them to change something? You don't have to feel bad. When you want someone to change something, you are the client. It's that, honestly, it's really just you're the client. The person's goal, as someone who takes commissions, it's my goal to make sure that I am making something that you want. And if it's not something that you want, then I want to
Give Darla
change
money
it.
so they can pay me my intergalactic debts.
You don't have any I don't have any intergalactic debts to you, Ghosty Boy. Shut up. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's honestly, you gotta kind of bite the bullet on that one. If you like, if let's say I'm trusting someone, if I'm commissioning someone to draw me, my persona, if I am like, hey, so I think something is a little bit wrong with this. Like, if there's like something genuinely incorrect about it, like the eye color's wrong, or the stripes on my shirt aren't what they should be, it's just at that point, it's that person's goal is to make a piece that I am satisfied with. So you just gotta be like, hey, hey, so like the eye should be a little more pink, or hey, the stripe should be a little bit more like this. And if you're commissioning someone who is like professional and doesn't take it personally, which I would hope would be everyone who you're like commissioning to do your work, they shouldn't mind at all. I know I wouldn't. Like, if someone asked me like, oh hey, actually the bangs are a little bit more like this, I'd be like, oh shit dude, my bad, and I'll just fix it. But if someone's being like, actually I think it should be a little bit more like this, or I don't like that color, so I'm not gonna do that, like, no, that's what you're requesting them to do that thing. And I'm speaking as someone who's done commissions, but I'm also speaking as someone in like customer service who, like, people have told me like I would mistake someone's order and like make something iced instead of hot, and they have every right to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I asked for this ice. I'd be like, oh shit, my bad, and then I would fix it and not defend myself and be like, actually, I think you did, or you said it too quietly and I couldn't hear you. Nah, like, the thing is, when people say the customer is always right, the full phrase of that is the customer is always right in matters of taste. So if I say I want I don't know, let's say I'm at Starbucks and I'm like, I want a hazelnut honey latte with strawberry pieces in it. Like, that sounds gross to you, but like, if that person thinks it tastes good, they have every right to think it tastes good, and the person who's making it can't be like, actually, that sounds gross, I'm not making that. Like, no, you're not the one drinking it. Just like if I'm making a piece for someone and they're like, oh, actually, can that background be pink instead of blue? I don't have a right to be like, actually, I like it blue better, so I'm gonna keep it blue. No, they're the one paying for it. They're the one who's keeping it after. It's like, what? TLDR, if you are commissioning the right person, you shouldn't have to worry about asking them to make changes at all. There shouldn't be any issue. But yeah, I yapped a little bit on that.
No, you made some great points, and it's something that I need to get better at myself. I am not scared. I don't commission as much art as I would like to commission because I'm worried about what if I end up accidentally being like way too needy, or what if the artist is rude, or it's like, hell, these are things you really shouldn't worry about because that's not gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, plus if the person's rude, that's like, those are things you can do something about, you know? Like, you can leave a review, you can tell other people, like, hey, this person's being mean, or like request a refund if you just don't want to work with them. Like, the things that people are worried about in terms of how a commission could go wrong is very fixable. To where you shouldn't, like, prevent yourself from taking that chance just for fear of what could happen. Because what could happen, in the grand scheme of things, is very minor and very fixable. Like, if you end up asking for something needing to be changed or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
also have another issue, personally, which is just, I worry when I'm looking at, like commissioning someone.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at, I'm sure you know how it is. You look at their commission sheet and it's like what they will and won't draw. And it's like, usually it's fairly straightforward. Like, won't draw hentai.
I think I know where this is going, but yeah, continue.
And then, like, you read, won't draw mecha. And I'm like, is that me?
I don't think you are.
It might not be.
As someone
I can see a
who...
convincing argument either way.
Yeah. I would ask them. As someone who wouldn't really draw mecha either, to me, my definition of mecha is like a complete automaton, like a transformer, or like something that could be akin to like really complicated armor. Like something where like the entire thing head to toe is like robotic and has gears and segments and all of that stuff everywhere.
Yeah, all the mechanical details actually really matter.
Yeah, but you're like, the majority of you is very humanoid. Like a Warforged is a good example. A Warforged is like a traditional Warforged that is like all mecha and stuff would kind of be gray. It would be in a gray area more towards no, and you're a gray area more towards yes. Because to me, it's just the helmet. Oh my god, wait, is that why your name is Helm? Is it Helm for helmet?
That's why my name is Helm.
Wait, what? Oh, that's awesome.
You know the actual punchline? It's not even a helmet.
Wait, is it a helmet?
No, it's my head.
Yeah, no,
I'm a
that's what I
robot.
thought.
My name's Helm-chan because it looks like it's a helmet. It's actually my head.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's hilarious.
As I like to often say, my head is technically removable, in the same way your head is technically removable.
It's removable once.
Yes.
Anything is edible once. Oh my god, that's a fun little tidbit. I love that. Also, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm drawing you. I'm giving you a chibi because you said you wanted a chibi. I'm giving you a proof of concept that you can chibify yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Of
I'm
course.
gonna draw you something as well, but I can't promise it's gonna be anywhere near as good.
What? Oh, don't worry about it. I do also want to. I'm practicing my chibis, because I really don't have a set style when it comes to chibis. That's something I'm working on.
I have a style when it comes to chibis, but it only really works when I'm doing it in my vectors, so I kind of need to learn how to do it entirely again from doing it by hand.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I really want to learn how to, like, do vector chibis because I feel like they could be so versatile if you vectorize them. Because they have, like, they don't, like, get blurry when they shrink or anything.
Yeah, that is one of the advantages with that, for sure.
That's so cool. I definitely won't be completely finished with this by stream, but by the end of stream, but at the very least, I'll have the line art done.
Oh, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't expecting you to do anything for me. Well, heck, you've already done plenty for me in helping me learn this program, which has been, like, amazing.
Of course. I almost...
I like art, but the weird bottleneck I ran into art with fairly recently is... So I've got like a small collection of Copic markers, and I really like drawing with them. They feel really nice to use, and you get really good results out of them.
I love alcohol markers. Oh my god.
The problem I have though is that my scanner is garbage.
Oh boo.
I don't know what's wrong with it, but like compared to my old scanner, it just absolutely blows the hell out of the colors, and all of the light colors become like completely washed out. All the dark colors get like oversaturated as heck, and it just looks really bad.
Oh, boo!
And it really discouraged me from wanting to draw for a while, because like, what's the point if you can't really share it without it looking awful? I mean, I could take a picture with my phone camera, but that doesn't look much better either. My phone camera is really bad as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be discouraging to anyone, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, so like being able to draw like this, it's fun in a way that drawing by hand is fun. But whereas before I couldn't get good results, like sure, I'm still learning. This is going to take a while to get good results, but
yeah,
I feel like I'm able to get better results out of this than I was with anything I was doing before.
That's awesome. I'm glad I could do that for you. That's super cool. That's awesome. I like your hair. That's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Bonk.
Funny enough, the hair was actually like one of the last minute additions, if you can believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the original plan?
I can show you actually, because I actually, in the same way that Yomi was a character before Yomi started VTubing.
Yeah.
Helm was a character before I started VTubing, and this I'll send you in the Discord. This you can show if you want. I don't care. It's not secret. This was the original design. Not much has changed.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, originally I went for a lot more leaning into the helmet angle. You know,
yeah.
But there were just a few things about it I just wasn't really vibing with over time, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to change it up.
For context, guys, this is what we're talking about, the original design.
And for context of the context...
Contextception.
Have I ever told you where my original inspiration came from for Helm-chan?
No!
Okay, so going back again to the critically acclaimed remote RPG Final Fantasy XIV.
Uh-huh. It all comes back to Final Fantasy XIV.
It all comes back. There's a specific headgear in that game that I really like, and I've always really liked it. It's an old bit of gear now. It's like from the very first expansion, and they're on like expansion 5 or 6 now.
Yeah.
It's called the Ironworks Helm of Fending. Do you ever have a moment where like you'll play a game or whatever, and you see an item in the game, and you're just like, this is the item in the game that I love. Like, I'm gonna use this for the rest of my days.
Like, this is my item. I don't care if it's outdated. I don't care if there's like a million things that are better. This is mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the Ironworks helm offending for me. So
Okay.
much so that I eventually changed my character's name to Ironworks Helm Chan. And, well, this is what she looks like. And I think you can see the inspiration pretty clearly now.
Oh my god. Okay, I can see that. Oh my god. Okay, here's the contextception context for you guys.
Contextception, yeah.
That's seriously so cool. I'm looking adorbs. Thank you. Have a good night, Nini. This is the 3D. This is actually Helm's 3D model that she's gonna be debuting with tomorrow.
This is still what my character looks like to this day. Like, it's all glamour, like the gear is better than it looks, but I just use that gear all the time now.
Yeah, as you should. Oh my god. Wait, is that the what's it called? Do you stream that game?
I don't. I've kind of fallen out of love with it, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, FF14's got a bit pants as of late. The last expansion was like really bad.
Oh boo.
Yeah, it's a shame because like I've put a lot of my time into it, but I never really streamed it anyway, just because it was kind of one of those games that's like I'm already at the end game. There's not really much I can show off about the game for someone that's not familiar. And for someone that is familiar, I'm not like doing hardcore raiding or anything, so it's not like it's going to be that exciting to watch.
Yeah, some games are just hard, like more or less interesting to stream than others.
Yeah, exactly. I think also as well for a little bit of it is someone told me this and I don't know if it's true. I just kind of heard it once and never thought to fact check it. But apparently, Ina from HoloLive, apparently she plays it for 14 and also said, I don't want to stream it because it's a game that I like playing off stream and I don't want it to start to feel like part of my job. And like,
oh my god, yeah.
My job. But like,
I feel the same way.
Keeping it separate, yeah.
That happens to me all the time with games. Oh, also, I feel that happened to me with Destiny 2 recently. Oh man. Yeah, it's easy to fall out of love with games when it feels like an obligation.
Yes, absolutely.
Which sucks, but you know, like, it's good to have those games like be separate. I cracked the code on how to do your little how to do your antennae.
Ah, good.
Wait, speaking of ha ha ha, have you okay, this is gonna make sense in like 2 seconds. Have you listened to Epic the Musical?
I have not. I'm not familiar.
No, it's so good. It's like because there's a part where he goes like ha 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 ha, and that made me laugh. That made me think of that. Completely unrelated. Do you listen to musicals? You love musicals?
We do. Actually. Oh no, I do like musicals. I love musicals.
Oh yeah, name every musical. I'm just kidding.
Aladdin.
Whoa!
Musical. Actually, I do have a slightly obscure one I like. I don't know how obscure it is. Have you heard of Repo, the Genetic Opera?
I know Repo, the game that I downloaded a couple days ago, but not that one.
So it's a kind of like dystopian future where it kind of focuses around this company that will sell you like a loan on body parts, but if you can't pay it back, they'll come and repossess them.
Whoa.
There's more to it. There's like a plot to it than that, but like it's very dark. Like there's also blood in it and stuff because
presumably
body parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's quite an interesting one. But I do love musicals by and large.
That's cool. Oh my god, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Right.
Oh my god, but you would love Epic.
I think I have finished your thing.
What? Rip Helmy would have loved Epic the Musical.
Don't ask me what possessed me to go with this angle, but here we go. I will send it to you.
Okay.
In just a second. As I find it in my folder. Here we go. So I saw you did a post about like your favorite Pokemon. And that kind of led to this.
Oh my god, you didn't.
I'll be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like strategy, but there you go.
Ghosty Boy's cracking. Oh my god, I gotta show you guys. Ghosty Boy's cracking open a cold one with the boys. Oh my god, I love they're adorable. Guys, look. Pokemonster.
Have to include the top one, Pokemon Bulbasaur, because he is number 1.
Of course, of course. They're, oh my god. Ghosty Boy would ingest a monster and then it would just kind of like cause his insides to bubble.
I thought you were going to say he would just like fall through him like a skeleton.
No. Like, I have this one thing that I posted. I drew a little doodle of what would happen if Ghosty Boy ate a chicken leg. Where it's just in him and it just like glows radioactively. And then he just starts going like... And he just gets weird. I'm almost done with yours though, oh my god. Thank you so much! Oh, it's adorable. Oh my god. This one's gonna be black and white for like 2 seconds and then I'll send it to you when it's like completely colored and shit.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. I like to send all my guests off with a little gift, which is totally not something I just started right now. What? Who said that? Oh, I forgot one little part. Bonk. Oh, wait. Bonk. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
At least you're not cooking with grease. That's something that Yomi started saying at some point. I'm like, Yomi, why are you cooking with grease? That sounds very unsafe.
That does sound unsafe. Yomi, if you're here, please don't cook with grease.
I don't know if she's actually cooking with grease or just saying it, but the concern is there regardless. I feel like Morphe's an impressionable young youth and he might get bad ideas.
Yeah. It's giving... If you put your name and my name together, you get mayonnaise. Also, please don't swallow glass.
What? Where's that from?
I don't know. I think I got it from a TikTok audio, but I don't know where it originated.
Oh, okay.
Also, hi, Frankinator. Had your bendy sour dark plum G Fuel energy drink at noon yesterday, so you're in 10-15 minute effects. So when 10-15 minute effects started and went on for 4 to 6 hours, you were energized at work. Whoa. That's what happens with G Fuel.
I really wish I could find an energy drink that works for me. I've never found an energy drink that really works.
Well, does caffeine have an effect on you at all?
I don't know, but I drink like... I'll be honest, my diet is really bad. So I drink a lot of caffeine as is. So I don't know if it's just that I'm always caffeinated or if I've just grown immune to it. I'm not sure which it is.
Well, you can definitely build a tolerance to it, but there are like certain things that make it so that caffeine doesn't work as a stimulant. It can either just like be the opposite and a depressant or just neither and just not work at all. But I don't know. I like drinking. I've been really getting into like drinking fast food coffee, like Wendy's cold brews and like the Sonic cold brew, like that kind of thing.
Oh, that's valid. That's valid. Lady Helm actually really specifically likes Burger King's coffee for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh. You know what? Real.
Specifically Burger King.
Because it's so good. I don't know. It's cheap and it's good, and I just.
Actually, you know what? Tell a lie. There was one energy drink that I used to like, and story of my life. They stopped selling it.
No.
It was. I don't know if you had this brand in America. Do you guys have, or did you have Rockstar energy drink?
Yes.
Disclaimer: this ain't professional medical advice. Consult your doctor, such as me, Dr. Ghost Time or PhD.
Blueberry and a Kai.
A what?
It was blueberry and I say acai. I might be pronouncing that wrong. It might be like a shy or something.
I pronounce it acai.
Okay, it's one of those words I've never heard anyone actually say out loud, so I just guessed.
I know what you mean though.
Yeah, so it was that flavor, and I used to love that. I don't know how good it was as an energy drink, but I used to love the flavor. And it was kind of annoying to me that it was an energy drink, because like, I would just, if they made a non-caffeinated version, I would just drink that as a soda.
Yeah, no, real. That's always so frustrating. I feel like they should make uncaffeinated versions of things for people who don't like caffeine.
I think Gamer Subs do that. I haven't
you know
actually tried
what?
Gamer Subs yet.
Could absolutely see that. I haven't tried Gamer Subs either.
I ordered something from them ages ago when they did like the Calliope Mori drop, and that hasn't shipped yet, so I'm still kind of waiting on that. And I'm like, dang it, I'm getting impatient.
Those of you who do order Gamer Subs should use Yomi's code YOMI for 10% off.
Definitely.
totally.
I just wish I had a European distributor, because, like, I ordered it. Like, it hasn't arrived yet. But it was like £20 for the shipping alone.
Whoa.
Yeah, international shipping is, like, ridiculously expensive, I guess.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, it's a shame that a lot of stuff that is, like, that's international shipping is just hella expensive. Oh my god. And then consult your doctor such as me, Dr. Ghosty Boy PhD. Oh my god. Ghosty Boy
That's one of those things that is wild to me. That you guys in America have adverts where it says, ask your doctor if drug name is correct for you. I'm like, I would never dream of suggesting to my doctor what I would have.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
will take my doctor's word for it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. The majority of our ads are just all, what's it called? A lot of them are just medication ads, and I know that concerns a lot of people. As it should, because that's just concerning. But
Yes,
you get
I could
desensitized to it,
never
which is
dream of-
really weird.
It's weird, yeah, it's a culture thing, obviously, but I would never dream of going to my medical professional and being like, so doctor, I know you went to university for like 5 years, but I think I want to have Ozempic.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's for, but I want to have it.
Yeah, like, I know better than you. I think that Ozempic is the right choice for me. I don't care what you said. I don't care what you think I have. No. Actually,
I don't even know what Ozempic is. I just know that it's one of those things that they advertise on TV.
It's meant, the thing about Ozempic is that it's meant for one thing, but one of the side effects includes, okay, don't quote me, but one of the side effects includes weight loss, to where people are like, I want the side effect, I don't care the actual effect that it does. Because that is a very common thing, to where one medication will cause another, will kind of serendipitously cause another effect. Or treat something else, which is nice. Also, hi Tam, hello. I'm finishing up my doodle that's not a doodle for Helm. We're kind of on the... I'm almost done. In the meantime, do you know anyone who we should raid, Helm?
Let's have a look-see. Actually, like, hardly anyone online at the moment.
Wait, is Aquarina still live?
I was actually looking for her. I think she finished.
No!
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me fill this in and send it to you.
Oh, it looks so good.
No spoiler! No, I'm just kidding. I'm
sorry, I clicked off.
It's okay. Oh, you'll see it in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Thank you. Of course. I'll finish it up and you can use it for whatever you want. Why do all of my pens have stabilizer? Hey, Cable, you're ending. It's okay. I'm just glad you came at all. I'm glad you're able to make it. It's nice to hear from yous. But yeah, I really love drawing chibis. I always end up adding like an unnecessary amount of detail, but...
Honestly, that's really good though. Personally, I like detailed chibis. I think not everyone, but some people like have a bad habit of oversimplifying the chibis, and at that point it's like, it's still really cute, but it's less identifiable, you know?
Yeah, because then they're like, oh wow, that's so cute. Who is it? You know? I want to eventually make this like its own listing on my VGen.
Oh, you should. You definitely should.
I think that'd be so neat.
I just realized as I was saying it that I was basically describing Funko Pops.
Yeah, I drew myself as... Have you seen my chibi PNG model?
I don't know.
Hang on.
If I haven't or if I haven't, I don't remember.
I'll send you a picture of it. Hang on, let me center this really quick. I don't know why that wasn't centered before, but whatever. Okay. God damn it, I'm going to chibi mode. Okay, I'm crashing out. Okay, we're gonna go to just chatting. Wait, let me move you really quick, and I will also go into...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to screen share. Let me send up. Here's the... Because I need to save this as a PNG. Which are objectively better than JPEGs. In this essay, I will.
Is anyone... Wait, are people still defending JPEGs?
I don't know. I hope not. It's called Test, but that's a lie.
Oh, it's so cute!
Thank you.
Love it.
Let me
Thank you.
show you. This is what my this is what my chibi model looked like.
Oh, I have seen this one. It's been a
Yeah.
while, but yes, I remember now.
Yeah.
So cute.
Thank you. I was so mad because I wasn't really able to use that one all that much, you know? Because I only streamed as a PNG tuber for like, what, like 2 more months before that? I thought was really funny.
You
But
can still
yeah.
use it for like, if you ever have to go on like as a, what's the word? The word I'm looking for.
The reactive?
Ah, that's the one. That's
Yeah.
The one.
Oh yeah, we have one more
Yeah.
question.
yeah.
Would you ever play a fan game one of your viewers made? Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
Oh, without question. I know someone is working on a... Oh yeah, I have a feeling they know who they are. Is working on a game where I'm actually included in it, which is really exciting. It's really cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
More like, yeah. Okay. Wait, were you able to find someone to raid?
There's not really anyone online right now. There's like a couple of people online I don't know very well. I feel a bit awkward raiding into them, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's raid.
Unfortunate thing with this time slot, I always struggle to find people to raid on it.
Yeah. I'm actually trying. I'm gonna spoiler alert. I'm gonna try and stream in the afternoon a couple times this week. I'm a little worried about not having people to raid into, but. Edote. I know who we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Pandora's Fox, who is doing some wet fishing, but is also she's the one who showed me the Darfield model, the cursed Garfield model, because
You mean blessed?
oh yeah, blessed me with the Darfield model. Cause she was using it at the time and I was like, what the fuck is that? And she was like, I will send you a link. And I was like, freak yeah. But yeah, if you guys would like to check Helm out, here's Helm's Twitch. It's also in the title. Thank you so much for coming, Helm. I appreciate you. We have to hang out.
I mean, thank you for inviting me, honestly. Like, I definitely would not have... I would never have gotten as far as I've gotten in this short of time on my own, for sure. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing more drawing and putting this stuff to plenty of use.
Absolutely. You have to show me what you're doing, though.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, Helm is Helm-chan on Twitch and is also Helm-chan on YouTube. And if you'd like to check out my socials, they're right here. The ones that I use the most are Twitter and Blue Sky. And the Discord is right over here. Those who are on YouTube, all of that can be found in the description. And the last thing is this is our rating message, if you'd like to copy that, so we can totally spook Pandora when we get over there. And yeah, next stream is gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be we're gonna be playing Cuphead. I tried it again. We're gonna be playing Cuphead. I'm scared. I'm very scared.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're not a games journalist.
Yeah. Nah. I got through Hollow Knight. If I can get through Hollow Knight, I can do anything. I'm gonna start this raid. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. See you tomorrow, Darla. Take care, Helm. Have a good one. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Go to bed if it's late for you, because it is late for us and very late for Helm. And we will see you when we see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.